This ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay with some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and hit and miss. About the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo won't make a kill. When we talk about the Bills dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo won't make a kill.
It's finally over! It's finally over. Yes, the nightmare is over.
Yes, it is, man.
Welcome back.
Full-fledged. This is not a basketball post-podium podcast, right, June?
Definitely not, but I wore the hat for a reason. Nice try. We ain't talking baseball either, but still.
Oh, we ain't
Yeah. So welcome back, everybody. Post-podium podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
And this Key.
And we are back. Before we get started, our producer has some burning questions he needed to get out last episode on Friday, and we went a little bit too long.
It was my fault. Actually, I think I was still late to work, but it's fine, though.
That is absolutely right. It was all Keyshawn's fault. With that being said,
it was Keyshawn's fault for that one.
With that being said, producer, what you got for us?
All right. So we got 3 gentlemen over there. I will be asking them questions on their franchise team going on for a full long season to see if their team can make it to the Super Bowl and get a ring. So I have a list of quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, linebackers, the whole team defense and offense. I will go one by one. You tell me you tell me what players you want on your team, and that's your team. But here's the key. It is all time and current. So you can pick anybody from the old era, like
Angelo Corwell.
Yep. Whoever.
Wait, is it just? It's not just Bills, is it?
No, it's just
It's all NFL.
All NFL. So
Okay.
So you could have like Sanders or Michael Vick or whoever all time, and you can pick a current.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, Keyshawn's probably gonna sit this one out because he don't know nobody outside
No,
of
I do. I got it. I got it. See, I don't know what they did in the league, but I can tell you what they did in college.
Okay.
Hey, listen. However you gonna do it, go ahead.
I got it.
All right. So I'm gonna start with Key. I'm sorry with.
So just so you know though, we got to like speed round this because we got a bunch of stuff to get to.
Don't worry, we got this.
All right, come on.
All right. So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Just ask it as if you was asking all of us, like say the position.
All right,
and then we'll go like we'll all answer.
So each of y'all gets 2 quarterbacks. So name 2 quarterbacks who you want to start and who's the bench.
Okay.
Jamel, go first.
I'll go first.
Yep.
Give me.
Wait. I'm sorry. Are these all like free agents or just whoever we want?
Anybody we want.
Whoever
all
you
time.
want. Whoever you want.
Man.
All
Okay.
time.
All time?
Yeah. So it's all time and current. So you can pick one all time starter and one current as a bench.
So basically, we playing my favorite game. We building a fantasy team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You're literally building your old fantasy team to see if your team can go undefeated and win a ring.
So it's got to basically the gist of it has got to be one all-time player and one current player.
Yes.
At each position.
Yeah, I like that rule.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's stick with that. Yep.
All right. So my
No Josh Allen.
so my non current player. Give me Brady.
Ooh,
All right.
I'll go with Tom.
that's the all-time player.
And then I feel like it's cheating though. If I'm going first.
Go ahead. We can say the same way.
We can't pick the same quarterbacks.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
I like it.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna roll with Tom and my current back. Give my man Josh.
I said no Josh. Okay.
Give me the Mahomie.
Okay, you can take Josh. Nah, I'll go current.
Yep.
I'll go fly high, Mr. Lamar Jackson.
Ooh.
And past. Give me Elway.
Ooh, John Easway.
Okay. All time. I am going to go with... Man. All time is a little tough. But I'm going to go...
You don't like the straight drop backs? Just drop straight back and it just... You don't like that? No technique?
I think I'm going to go with my man A-Rod for all time.
Okay. I'll
Go with Aaron
allow that.
Rodgers for all time. Current.
Well, he is a current Aaron Rodgers. He's still
All
playing.
time and current. He all time. I guess you could do that.
All right. He'll be
Yeah,
current.
because
my all time. No, I gotta go with Vic. I gotta go with the cheat code. Sorry.
He is a cheat code. You got a cheat code father. I got a cheat code son. So you going running back now?
did you pick your current and all time?
Who's his current? He got Vic and who else? Oh, Vic and Rodgers. You going with?
Yeah.
You going with Vic and Rodgers?
Okay, all right. So running backs, 3.
Barry.
Man, why he get to go first every time around?
I know we gotta
Barry.
Okay, wait, hold on. So running backs is a little different. So you gotta pick 1 all time and 2 currents.
Okay.
And so this time I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go that first.
Can't take Barry.
All right. I don't want Barry anyway.
right.
I'm gonna go. Let's see, 1 all time. So I'm gonna go with. Man, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson as my all time. I'm gonna go with. And it's got to be 2 currents. Man, okay. All right, so I think I'm going to go with man, that's a tough one.
Devin Singletary.
Right. Like this is not the age of running backs. All right, I think right now I'm gonna go with Breece Hall. I really like Breece Hall.
Okay.
And then you got 2 currents.
You got one
And
more.
I'm gonna also go with I'm gonna go with the kid in Detroit,
Gibbs.
Gibbs. I'm gonna go with Jahmyr
Jahmyr?
Gibbs. Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it's me or you.
Oh, you go. Go ahead.
Let me go.
Yeah, you go.
Give me all time one man Barry. I'm taking Jonathan Taylor. And give me a receiving. Give me my man. Nah, I can't do that. That'd be cheating. Give me my man B. John.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Sweetness.
I knew it.
Walter Payton
I knew it. The only man in the league with an S curl.
and the Super Bowl Shuffle. So I do that, and then it give me. Let's see. I'll go Kenneth Walker Jr. and give me James Cook. I'm gonna go James
Himbo.
Cook.
I had a feeling. That's why I didn't pick him because I had a feeling.
No,
he
you
was
could have
going
did
there.
it, but I thought about. I was like, in the future.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
All right.
Receivers.
Wide receivers.
Who's
How
going
many?
first?
How many?
4.
4?
Two current and 2 pass.
Current two.
Yup.
Okay.
2 currents and 2.
This me first.
This one is Keyshawn.
Go ahead, Key.
Keyshawn gonna go first.
No.
So
He about to take all the grades.
so look, Key.
Earl Crazy Legs Hirsch. No.
No. You better not.
Number 1. No. Give me my man Eric Moulds.
It's easy.
Is it easy?
Too easy.
And Megatron.
Yes.
You could take Megatron Jr.
No.
Nobody's checking that boy.
Oh.
Good job, Keyshawn.
You know what?
Now you got to get 2 young guys.
Good job, Keyshawn.
I got 2 young guys.
No.
He about to be mad.
Huh?
He about to be mad.
Who?
No, actually, he won't be. Because I knew, who he wants.
Oh, of course.
I'm not going to take
know
that.
exactly
who I
you
want.
Yeah.
I know.
No, you don't.
It's got 2 letters, and the last name is 4 letters.
All time. You don't
Oh, I'm
know.
sorry,
Yeah.
6 letters,
About to
because
say.
CEEDEE, Lamb.
All time. You don't know.
He's gonna say his whole name, Sedarius.
Let's see, current wide receivers. Give me Jetta.
Wait.
Give me Jetta.
Wait, hold on. Key, did you pick 2?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Two all time?
Megatron.
Megatron.
He got
and-
molds and
Megatron.
and Calvin Johnson.
Give me Jetta.
Who's Jetta?
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
that's his
did
nickname.
he just make fun of me for not knowing who people?
Yeah.
I did. I was wrong. Stay
And
corrected.
it worked this time. Give me. Give me Devontae Adams.
What's that? Although you'll take stuff. I say, you know you want stuff.
Interesting.
I like all them boys.
All right, who's going
Peace.
next?
You can go.
Okay. I gotta go Randy Moss.
Randy.
Yeah.
The one hand man.
I gotta go T.O.
Terrell Owens.
After you did the TO,
No
you
doubt.
Got it. You got it.
Got to. Randy Moss, T.O. After that, I'm going to currents. Man, you went with Devontae Adams and who?
Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson. Okay. I'm gonna go with DK Metcalf.
Megatron Jr.
No doubt.
Make
No doubt. And then who else? That's a tough one. I mean, with all those guys, I suppose I could get away with.
This is current.
Yes, current. Man,
I'm running through it in my head.
I know. I'm trying to think about who everybody got, and you know what? Screw it. I'm going with Puka Nacua.
Pook.
Puka Puka.
What's up, Lindsay?
Puka Chew. What's up, Lindsay?
So what we're doing right now, our producer had 3 questions that he wanted to ask, and I guess the 3 questions turned into a game that we're now playing, which is we're going position by position, and it's not all-time Bills, it's actually all-time NFL. So we're building our fantasy teams, but there's like rules for every position. So like quarterback, it had to be 1 all-time great and 1 current player. For running backs, it had to be one
and
all-time great and 2 young, right?
Yep.
2 young players.
Yep, too young.
And then wide receivers, it had to be 2 all-time greats and 2 young guys. So we're kind of doing each position like that.
So it's on me.
Yes.
All time, Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald. Current, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sedarian Lamb. Let's go.
I didn't see that coming.
No.
Am I the only one that surprised people?
All right. Next one. This is 3 linebackers, and all 3 of these are currents.
Linebackers?
Yep, all 3 of them are current.
3 linebackers, 3 pass and 3 current.
I like that we didn't have to do offensive linemen. I love that.
I was like, where's the tight end?
Please don't
But
ask us
anyway,
to do that.
No.
You said 3 and 3.
No,
So
he said all current.
yeah.
All current.
So your linebackers are all current. So you guys all the time in the world to pick whoever to be your linebacker 3.
You don't want to watch this fist fight over Ray Lewis?
Man, I forgot about Larry Fitzgerald. Lindsay said, pass wide receivers, give me Jerry Rice and Larry Fitzgerald.
Ain't that what he's? Yeah,
Bro.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
they right there.
Listen.
Okay,
You
so
called it.
linebackers,
That's my
current
position, man.
mid linebacker.
Yeah. So
Dang, it would have been more fun to do pass.
Can we get one pass, one all time?
Yeah. If,
One
if,
one all
if you
time and
want.
2 currents.
Okay,
All right, cool.
So Key, go ahead.
you know what? I'm gonna make it fun. I'm not gonna say Ray Lewis, even though I want to. Even though I play that Madden intro over and over and over and just turn the game off.
I'll make you eat that ball.
No, he be like, they told me I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't fast enough, but I kept going. I'm not going to do it. But in the past, Sizzle from Balso High University, Terrell Suggs.
Sizzle.
Wow.
Okay.
Actually, no, scratch that. Brian Arakpo, because I'm going to get him one time. Brian Arakpo. One time in my life, he will belong to me.
Arakpo.
And we're still doing three presents.
No, 2. So 1 all time.
So
and 2
yeah.
presents.
So 1 on time, and
Are
you
there
got
2
2
worth
currents
it?
left.
Are the 2 linebackers worth it?
You can if you
Yeah.
want to.
There's got to be. They got to be out there. Let me think.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
So
Let me
so
think.
so you can have 2. The third one is just it's optional. If you want to have 2, you can have 2.
I can
The
run a
third one is
nickel?
optional.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So you can.
Lindsay for her present wide receiver. She's going. This is interesting. She's going with St. Brown and Jefferson. I thought about St. Brown. I really did.
Bro, he's gonna be that dude.
Unless it's Equanimous, then we're
we know she not talking about it. We know.
Dang, linebacker. Okay. Let me think.
You want to come back?
Might have to.
Okay, yeah.
No. Give me C.J. Mosley.
C.J. Mosley?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mel, you up next.
So me?
Yep.
All time. Give me my man. Give me Derek Brooks.
Oh, Lindsay said Derek Brooks too. She said Ray Lewis and Derek Brooks.
Derek Brooks. Current. Give me Fred Warner.
Dang it.
And give me. Give my man Matt Milano, man.
Ooh.
Give me Milano.
I'm in a bind now.
All right, Dad, go ahead.
My all-time, I'm going with Brian Urlacher. Current.
See?
I'm gonna go with what is his name?
What team?
Colts.
Shaq?
No, he left. He not with them. Last name start with a Z.
Last name start with a Z?
Mm-hmm. Something with Z. Him, and I want Roquan Smith.
Roquan.
What is the dude's name?
Who's taking Tremaine?
Tremaine Evans?
Yeah.
No.
You are.
Oh, you talking about Zaire Franklin?
Yes, Zaire Franklin. Sorry, I thought his last name started with Z. Yeah, Zaire Franklin.
All right.
That boy making big plays over in Indy.
All right, you guys ready?
Lindsay said Milano and Warner for her two young boys.
Okay.
Can I have an honorable mention?
Y'all might as well just answer at the same
Can I have
time.
an honorable mention on the
Go ahead.
the linebacker I ain't get?
Yeah.
Derek Thomas.
Yeah. Derek Thomas. Wow, that's right. He still holds the record for sacks in a game.
Yep.
Man, I'm surprised nobody said LT.
Nah, he was nuts. That earring threw me off
He
too.
was nuts.
To me, even though he was position linebacker, he was a defensive end to me.
Who's that?
LT. Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, he had the Lou Gossett earring. I don't.
Yeah.
He points off for that. Major points.
All right.
What's next?
Cornerbacks.
Ooh.
Specialty.
How we doing this? How many?
All right. So this is 4
cornerbacks?
4 cornerbacks.
2 and 2?
2 and 2.
Bet.
This one.
Who's going first?
But this is the opposites. You got 2 current starting and 2 all-time on the bench.
Okay.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Okay, I'll go first. Give me Sauce.
I knew it.
Give me Tre'Davious. No.
I'm gonna say, hold on now.
I forgot. Never mind. Give me Sauce. Give me from the pass.
Poyer.
I'll take cornerbacks. Was Night Train Lane a cornerback?
Yes.
Or was he a
Give me him.
safety? I don't remember.
I don't know. I just know you hurt people, so I'll take that. and give me Revis. Give me Revis.
Revis Island.
Yeah. And the last cornerback, I'll take. Who would I take now? You know what? Just gonna throw the whole list out of whack. I don't even care.
What?
Kyer Elam. He's got to be able to play on somebody's team.
God.
He's got to play on somebody's team, right?
You're just an anarchist at this point.
Well, we know how to beat Keyshawn's defense.
No, you don't, because nobody's seen him play yet.
I just say Keyshawn's like, throw it to him if you want to.
Nobody's seen him play.
Throw it to him if you want to.
That's bait. That's what that is. Like, please throw to Elam because you ain't going nowhere else. We know where the ball going. Elam, coming your way, bro.
Coming your way. You got it? I got it, coach. It's in my
Right.
notebook.
All right, you want to go next or
No matter.
go ahead?
You want me to go? All right.
All right, come on.
My old school, Rod Woodson.
Ooh,
Other side, Charles Woodson.
wow.
Current, give me big play, Darius Slay.
Big play Darius Slay.
Interesting.
Is that his name for real?
Yeah, Darius
Oh,
Big
snap.
Play Slay.
Oh yeah. And then give me. Who I want to be my other? What's my man from? What's his name? Who's the cornerback from New Orleans?
I can look it
Is
up.
it Murphy?
Nah.
Or no, it's Humphrey, right? So,
Humphreys. Yep, Marlon Humphreys.
From the Ravens, right?
Yeah, I forgot. I think he did get traded over there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Humphreys.
Okay. That's 4, right? Or
Yep, that's my 4.
yeah.
all right.
All right. All right, here we go. So I am going to go with interesting. That's an interesting list. I want to bring this up. Let me see. For my all times, I want to go Champ Bailey. And I want to go Champ Bailey. Who else did I used to pick up? Champ Bailey's got the speed and the size.
Earl Thomas.
Nah.
Wait, that's a safety anyway. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm already ahead. See, my head is already on that level. I already know mine.
So I'm gonna go Champ Bailey as my old head. One of my young heads is gonna be Trent McDuffie, all pro corner from the Chiefs. My other young guy is gonna be Derek Stingley Jr. From the Texans. Really love the way he came on towards the end of the season, and the dude was a 4th overall pick. So I mean he gonna be great. He gonna be great. Surprisingly, I didn't pick Jair Alexander, but I like the kid Stingley. I like his ability. My other old head, I'm gonna go with Ty Law.
Ty Law.
I'm gonna go with Ty Law.
Hey, nobody pick prime time.
Because it was low hanging fruit.
Yeah. I wanted to have some thought to my stuff there. Let me see. Oh my gosh! Wait, we going safety, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now with safety.
No. So next is tight ends.
Are we going
Tight
tight end next?
Tight ends.
1 or 2.
This one is 2
You know
tight
I'm old.
ends.
Now my train of thought is screwed up.
So this one is 1 all time and 1 current.
Okay. Tight end. Shannon Sharp. All time.
Shay.
Yo, for a second, actually, you know what? I'm gonna let you finish your because I know the second one's gonna be.
Nah, you don't.
I know who. I know who because if you say it, I just know.
Current tight end?
Yes, your current tight end.
Favorite current tight end would have to be.
Go ahead and say it.
No, it's not that. It's not that. You know what? Just because his potential to be a freak of nature, Kyle Pitts.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say Dawson Knox.
Nope. Nope. Actually, I was thinking about Dalton Kincaid though, but I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going with Kyle Pitts.
Okay. All right. Mel.
So me.
Wait, we only get 1 or we get 2?
Old head and new head.
Old head, new head. Okay.
Yeah. So it's 2.
New head. Give me Laporta. Old head. Give me
Randy McMichael.
Yo, that dolphin. That dolphin.
Give me Jeremy Shockey.
Nice. Okay.
Wow, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a good one. Lindsay went with Shannon Sharp and Jimmy Graham as her old tight ends.
Okay. Gotta have Shay on that list.
Club Shay.
Yeah. Oh man, who am I gonna go with? I think we got to do it. Yeah, Lindsay. I think you might be on point with that one. My young head, I think I'm gonna go with Kincaid.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with Kincaid. I haven't seen a better pair of hands at tight end in the league right now than his. I think given the opportunity, that man could be, Travis Kelce-esque, Zach Ertz in his prime-esque. You know what I mean? Like that mold. I think he's that dude. My old head, I think I might have to go with Antonio Gates, man. I think I might have to go with the big body boy, man. Boxing people out, getting touchdowns all over the place. I think that's who I'm going with.
Nobody picked the butt?
No,
Algie Crumpler?
That's sad because I do got Michael Vick as one of my quarterbacks, but nah. To me, Antonio Gates is like a better version of the butt. You know what I mean? Like
That's got to be a pause moment. The butt. Is that not a pause moment?
Yeah, that's a pause moment.
Yes.
I said it's a better version of the butt.
Right.
Why is that a pause moment?
Okay. It's like a 50% chance of.
So it's a tweener.
Yeah, it's not really a pause.
It's a tweener on the butt.
Yeah,
Right? Can I say that?
Yeah, it's not. It's
he missed that AO.
missed that AO.
I served it up for him.
You served it up.
But look, it's not the AO. It's just a pause.
Okay.
So it's
You
not.
mean when I said tweener on the butt, that's not an AO.
That's AO. That's AO.
Okay.
Now
All right.
Safety?
Yeah, we got to do safety.
All right.
1 or 2.
So I didn't write this down, but just.
Oh, we weren't doing safeties?
No.
Okay.
I forgot to write it down.
2 and 2.
Yeah. So it's 2 safeties.
Okay.
1 old, 1 new.
No, they
No,
all.
2 and 2. Steve Atwater.
Wait, hold on.
Ronnie Lott.
Who?
Steve Atwater and Ronnie Lott.
You ain't got no current one.
I know. It was 2 and 2.
Yeah. So
Two old
two.
heads,
I got
two young
two
heads.
heads.
4?
Yeah. Four total.
Oh, man, that's a lot of safety.
That is a lot of safety.
This is where the plot thickens.
This is the plot ticket.
This is where it thickens. Oh, God. Who are those 2 guys for the Jets? No. Man. Come back to me on the new heads. Because
Yeah?
I lost my thought when we went to tight end. Yeah.
Yeah?
All right.
Who did I have?
All right, I'll go next. My old heads, I'm going Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins.
Mm-hmm.
Young boys, I'm going to go with Man. Who would I take right now? Give me Derwin James, even though he be hurt a little bit too much for my flavor.
What?
Derwin James and just make sure I'm getting everybody in the NFL.
My new heads. Cameron Curl and Jordan Whitehead.
Okay.
Those are my new heads. Before I forget again.
Yeah. Who do I have? Derwin James, and I need one more safety.
Did you already pick the 2 all time?
Yeah, the two all times, Ed Reed and Brian Dawkins,
Okay.
and Derwin James, and I'm loyalty all day long. I'm gonna go with Aaron Williams.
Yeah, I can see that.
Right.
Wait, does he count?
Nah, he's not playing no more.
That's right. He ain't playing no more.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
use him. He an old head. Dang it. Come back to me. You go ahead.
He's younger than us, too.
Yeah,
Who's the old
I'll
head?
find
He's younger than all
somebody.
of us.
All right, so my old head, the great Troy Polamalu,
The hair?
the hair.
You did that for Mom, didn't you?
My other guy, give me my man, Bob Sanders.
Whoa.
Give me Bob Sanders.
Lil Bobby.
Give me Bob.
Whoa.
Lil Bobby hit like he was 6'5", 240.
And then my new guys, give me Antoine Winfield Jr. And give me my man Justin Simmons.
All right, Dad. Did you?
All right, so my other young guy is going to be Jesse Bates, the third.
Jesse Bates, yes, that's a good one. Very good one.
All right. This is Keyshawn's specialty.
Yes.
Punter.
He's going to do it.
What?
Punter. 2 punters.
What?
2. Both of them
punters.
are all time.
This is just punishment.
Both all
now.
time?
Both all
all-time
time.
punishment. You just doing
Okay.
this to poke me.
Give me, what was the guy's name? Give me, just because I like this flair. What was the guy from Oakland? What was his name?
Oakland?
Yeah. Hold on. Now I forgot his. Hold on. What was his name? Lindsay, what's his name?
You guys lazy for it?
All right. I think I got mine. You better not take my picks.
I won't.
All right, Mac, what you got?
Marquette King. Marquette
Dang
King.
it!
Oh, that was the one?
Yes.
My bad. Okay, I'll take Tom Tupa.
No. Pick your guy. I got more. Who you got?
Is Key finished?
You picked 2, right? You didn't pick
No,
2? Oh
that was my one. I cut you off, so I thought you were gonna go.
no. You finished.
And punter, give me. Chris Moore was trash. He just here a long time. Give me Brian Mormon.
You want Mormon?
Wow.
Yeah, give me Mormon.
Wow.
I mean, anytime a punter's the best player on your team for that long, you got to give him credit.
No doubt. And
My
he surely
2?
was.
Easy. Pat McAfee, baby.
Oh, because he hit like a linebacker.
Pat McAfee.
He got problems.
And
anyway.
give my man, y'all forgot about my man, Jeff Fiegels.
He said it like Fiegels was that dude.
Right.
Yo,
I mean, he was that dude's a
He said
punter.
his name nice and slow, Jeff Fiegels.
Fiegels was the dude.
You want to say Reggie Roby next?
Fiegels, because it rhymes with Eagles.
Want to say Reggie Roby next?
Reggie
Nah.
Roby.
I'm going with Shane Leckler from the Raiders. And my current person, I don't even know none of these new punters.
Well, it's all time.
Gotta go my man Tress Way, man.
Trustway.
It's low hanging fruit right there.
Why Trustway?
He the best current punter right now.
I think Sam Martin got something to say about that. He's like, I agree. That's what he has to say about that. What about Brett Kern from Grand Island?
Grand Island. Let me see. All right, give me Johnny Hecker.
Okay.
Hecker.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Johnny Hecker.
All right. Kicker.
Kicker?
If you say 2 kickers, I swear for goodness.
Kicker? All right, give me.
Wait, hold on. Dad.
Yo, these rules is crazy. What do you got?
I'm sorry. It is 2.
Yo, Lindsay went Mormon and Leckler for her old people.
All right. So look. I put 2 as optional, but it's 1.
It's 1?
1 kicker, but 2 is optional if you want to. But
Okay.
it's 1 kicker.
Give me Sebastian Janikowski.
Is that all time or current?
Oh, it's 1 each? That's all time.
Okay, so the first one is all time. Second one will be current, but if you choose the
Current
second
kicker?
one, yeah,
Ugh.
if you want to, it's up to you.
Give me either one of them dudes from last night. No, give me
Whoa,
give me what's the boy name? Moody.
Okay.
I will take my man Anderson.
Morton
Anderson.
Whoa.
And then give me my man Tuck.
Oh,
Justin Tucker?
Justin Tuck.
All right. I'm going to go with Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah. He was hot on Madden 98.
Man. And then my young head is going to be Evan McPherson.
Evan McPherson.
From the Bengals. All right.
All right.
Are we concluded?
You guys want to finish off and then we'll do the rest tomorrow. I mean Friday.
Yeah, we'll cut it here and we'll do another one on Friday.
All right. Yeah. So
Yeah, matter of fact, that is a segment for you. You come up with the Junies questions.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. So we didn't do defensive linemen though.
We did defense. We didn't do defensive ends. We didn't do no.
We did
okay.
linebackers.
All right, cool. So we'll do what? We'll do two post defensive ends.
what for
Just do like so we can get through this real quick. Just do linemen, like just four linemen.
Okay.
And you can do 2 old, 2 new, however you want.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me.
All 4 would be in your starting lineup though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me Deacon Jones.
Deacon.
Give me Deke, the head slap master. Slap him up. Give me Deke and give me. You said OT is a linebacker. Or you going DN?
I consider him a DN, but he technically his position was a linebacker. But
I'll leave that alone. Give me Deke and give me Bruce. And those are the 2 O's to satisfy that. And the new heads, give me on the inside. Let me get Chris Jones and give me the boy from Tennessee, Simmons. Is his name? The defensive tackle from Tennessee? Jeffrey Simmons. Yeah, give me those 2.
That's a great pick, man. So wait, your 4 are who?
What's that?
Who's your 4 again? Bruce
Deacon Jones, Bruce,
okay,
Simmons, and Chris Jones.
Wow.
You know what's just crazy? You guys just named isn't left guard and right guard as part of that D line too?
No, that's offensive line.
That's offensive line. Okay,
yeah. I definitely do not wish to do offensive line.
I'm about to say because left guard and right guard and center is the last one, and you also got assistant head coach, defensive head coach, and offensive head coach. That's next, but we'll do that.
We'll do that next time. Yeah,
we'll do that Friday.
Okay. Lindsay writes in Bruce and Julius Peppers.
Peps.
Yeah.
Peps. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go with Pat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know why I just like this so much. I'm gonna go with Pat Williams and Kevin Williams, which were part of that Vikings defensive line under one Leslie Frazier.
Ooh, you just rubbing it in.
When they brought back the Purple People Eaters.
He's rubbing it in.
Those are my 2 old heads. My 2 new heads, I'm going to go with Man. Give me Nick Bosa.
Not Joey, right?
Huh?
Not Joey, right?
Nick.
Mm-hmm. No one know what that's about.
That's also a good. Yeah. But I need a pass rusher. Lindsay says Chris Jones and Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, Quinnen. Yeah,
that's her 2
you solid.
guys.
Nobody put Martella Darius. I see that.
Let me see. So if I got Nick Bosa. I was thinking about that. Lindsay also said T.J. Watt. I was thinking about that too, but he's an outside linebacker. I want a defense. I love playing 4-3. I don't know what it is about it, but give me Hutchinson from Detroit.
Aiden.
Yeah.
McMahon.
That's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Give me Warren Sapp.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, that's a good pick.
Give me Michael Strahan.
The gap?
Give me the
The
gap.
gap protector.
Cap.
Michael Strahan. Warren Sapp. Give me 2 old. It's gotta be 2 old and 2 new.
Mm-hmm.
So new guys.
All starting on the same line though.
New guys. Give me Will Anderson Jr. And then I'll go with Myles Garrett.
Ooh, that's a
I
good
can't believe nobody said Reggie White.
He like Bruce, man.
Yeah,
I know.
it's the same ilk.
You know, I couldn't take him because I already had Bruce. But
I mean, you could have went
nah,
with
you can't. That's
bookends.
over. You can't have two. I mean, Deacon Jones give you concussion. You're a walking concussion giver, boy. Walking concussion giver to you, boy.
All right. So that brings us to let's see, 6:49. So that brings us to stuff we heard, right?
Yeah, I heard stuff. Mel, you got stuff?
I got some stuff.
Okay.
I like having some stuff.
What do we got?
What do we have? Mel, you want to go first?
You can go.
Okay. Mel don't want to tell you what the stuff is. So what y'all think about that Kumbaya Chief sideline, boy? You got Travis Kelce trying to take the coach out. You got Mahomes trying to go after your boy Rasheed Rice and Chris Jones versus everybody. I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause he still ain't get paid yet, did he?
no, it's coming up. Him and L'Jarius Sneed got to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, they got the money for it. They still got 25 in open cap space. And Pat Mahomes, this is what's going to kill the Bills. I'm going to tell you that right now. Pat Mahomes already said he don't care about money. He said he don't care. So what that tells you right there is he's going to do whatever it takes to keep his team viable. Not saying that our guys won't, but the way our contracts are structured, we really can't. When you got $25 million of cap space and you got a 3-time MVP, you can extend them all you want to extend him. He's only 28 years old. You can give him at least 40 if you want to. You know, technically under the rules you really can't, but that's where they're geared to, and he's never leaving Kansas City, and they know that.
Right.
So yeah, I think that was something that I like to look at when you think about the Bills and what everybody says about, you know, the public perception of Diggs doing this and this happening over there and this guy.
Yeah,
It happens.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Hey, I think if once Kelce leaves, I don't know if Pat Mahomes might stay in KC, bro.
He's staying.
I don't think so.
They're going.
If you, listen,
I've never
listen.
seen that face.
you-
I've never seen that face.
once Travis Kelce leave,
Yeah.
it's a wrap.
You think
Unless
so?
so. Look at his stats when Kelce's not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Boo boo. Mm-hmm. Boo boo chicken.
But
all
when
day.
Kelsey's not again, who's he throwing to?
Exactly.
Right. But
That's what I'm saying. So if he leaves, he ain't gonna be winning these Super Bowls without Kelce.
Well,
Yeah,
let
but it's
me
Pat
let me
Mahomes,
ask
though.
you this. Let me ask you this though, because Travis Kelce was what, a 3rd-round pick,
yeah,
and Travis Kelce was actually there before Mahomes got there, if I'm not mistaken.
He was.
Right. So do you think that Mahomes could develop somebody else in the same way that he helped develop Kelce?
see, this is
Only way it's gonna happen is if they find that kid in the draft, like your Laportas or your Hawkinsons or your Andrews, that's hard to come by. If they don't hit, I don't see it happening.
But this is the kick, though. If Kelsey's not there, they can give Justin Jefferson $30 million to go play with Pat Mahomes,
That is very true.
and that's the kick.
But will they?
If they had the money, why wouldn't they?
But here's the thing, though. It's like I said. So if you say he gonna stay there no matter what, he ain't staying there if they don't give him no weapons, and he ain't winning.
They gonna give him weapons. They gonna give him weapons.
With how much he's won, and I think they have what at least $50 million in cap space this year.
Right now they have, I think, 30.
30?
30.
Okay, so they got $30 million in cap space. That's a Justin Jefferson contract right there,
Right.
and they don't really need much else. They're all of their entire defense is all young players under rookie contracts.
They've been hitting on their drafts.
Huh?
They've been hitting on their drafts.
100%, and their offensive line, they're both their guards and their center all young, right? So they can just go and sign another guy like Donovan Smith, or they can draft a guy, and it'll still work. Why? Because Mahomes has the same effect on his offensive line that Josh Allen has on his offensive line, which is he's going to make them look better than they really are because of his ability to move around and make plays.
Now, if Andy Reid and Kelsey leave it the same year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but I think that's more so.
They both up there.
To me, there's more weight on Andy Reid leaving than Travis Kelsey leaving. Like Travis Kelsey leaving, here's how I look at it. So if Travis Kelsey was nobody before Mahomes got there, then that means the growth really came from the impact of Mahomes being on the field and his chemistry with Travis Kelsey, and not just that, but the way that Andy Reid uses Travis Kelsey, right? Because if you look at the play that won the game for KC, it wasn't Travis Kelsey. It was who?
That was
McCole Hardman.
Right, it was McCole Hardman, right? So they can put people in positions to make big plays when they need to.
But how did they get down there?
Huh?
How did they get down there?
Mahomes' twinkle feet.
Kelsey.
Yeah, but
Mahomes
it wasn't
Kelsey.
I get it. They had Kelsey made, in my mind, one good play that was kind of a scheme effect to me, right? Because where he was going up against Fred Warner from the slot, like Fred Warner didn't stand a chance going man to man with Travis Kelsey in the slot. That should have been a safety at the very least, right? If they were lining up in the slot. But after that play, the next thing they did after that was going to Kelsey was what? That screen up the middle. Like it was a screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if Kelsey was like, making Megatron-esque plays like he used to over the middle for 20 yards here, 20 yards there, 15 yards there, and then once they got inside the 10-yard line, then they throw to McCole Hardman, then I would have been like, okay, Travis Kelsey put the team on his back. Yeah, but Mahomes, it was more like schemed open type of stuff.
I was going to say Mahomes was the one that got the third and fourth downs. He scrambled.
Right.
So, yeah.
So who was their leading receiver?
In the game?
He was the lead receiver. Thank you. That's my point. So what I'm saying is, people keep saying that, it's the quarterback, it's the quarterback. You're not going to win without an elite weapon. Case in point, it's not going to happen. You can't show me one Super Bowl win with a quarterback without an elite weapon.
Well, you're assuming they're never going to get another one. I am assuming they will.
That's what I'm saying. If they don't, I don't think Mahomes is going to stay there.
Yeah, but if you look at the history of Andy Reid's offense, he can produce them. He produced Deshaun Jackson. He produced Jeremy Maclin. He produced Tyreek Hill. Like, think about if Tyreek Hill would have went to any other team. Like, right now, he's with the Dolphins, and he does great with the Dolphins, but that's after he's already been established. Who knows what would have happened with his career if he had gone to someone else not named Andy Reid, right? If you look at what Andy Reid has been able to produce in terms of weapons in his offenses, I would say he's shown that he can do it. It doesn't matter where he goes, he's done it. It may not be the tight end. Like, I'll put it like this. Travis Kelsey is the only tight end that Andy Reid has ever had. Ever.
Tony Gonzalez.
When did it? Huh?
Andy Reid had Gonzalez.
He played for KC.
I knew that, but was Reid there at the same time?
Not before Andy Reid got there. He retired before Andy Reid got there.
Not for sure, but that even proves my point. Andy Reid is good with quarterbacks.
He's good. He's good with quarterbacks, receivers, running backs.
Name another wide receiver he was good with besides
Deshaun Jackson.
He never won with Deshaun Jackson.
James Thrash,
Terrell Owens.
He never won with Terrell Owens.
He didn't win with anybody in Philly, is what I'm saying. But
that's what I'm saying. You saying that? He's good with? No, he's not good with all wide receivers.
Nobody wins without a good quarterback anyway.
That ain't true.
Oh, here the Trent Dilfer conversation.
Ain't Trent Dilfer.
Who?
I can name a bunch of them.
Who?
In a modern day or
yeah?
How you gonna name a bunch when Tom Brady won them all?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson is Trent Dilfer. They're the same.
Tampa Bay, yeah, that defense.
Right, that's an all-time defense.
They're the same.
They're essentially the same. They're the same in the sense that they were a and that's how they won. Right, just like Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady didn't become Tom freaking Brady until after the third Super Bowl. Like, that's when he became the threat.
Nah, he became the threat after that the Tuck Rule game.
That could be true.
Okay.
Speaking of which, the game yesterday. I don't know if you guys have looked at Twitter today. It was kind of upsetting because today we're looking at people talking about all they had to do was not panic when Kansas City took Trent McDuffie. They panicked and took Kyrie. Yeah, they panicked, but what is the end all be all with Trent McDuffie after last? What did he do yesterday? So great.
That's what I'm saying. Was it written? Well, I mean, he did that pass.
I mean, he's all pro.
That's what I'm saying. The Bills have never sniffed an all pro corner.
No. But now, I mean, Twitter's blowing up with Trent McDuffie over Elam. I'm like, we weren't going to be able to trade up that far to get him anyway. One and two, Roger McCreary was there. I mean, so yeah, we could say all we want about them panicking and taking Elam, but he's ours now.
I think Christian Fulton was there too, wasn't
he? Yeah, he was there. My guy Kyler Gordon was there.
Yep, surely was. Yep.
But we took who we took. Use them.
Right.
Use them.
Right.
Like, we don't know if Elam can be as good as Trent McDuffie.
We have no clue. We're never going to know. Because McDuffie already got the head start on him.
Right.
McDuffie out there messing up all. If you look at his PFF grades, they're not even that great. They're not that great. And I know PFF isn't that, but I'm saying as a barometer, saying it's not a widespread across the board. This guy is cornerback Jesus. That's kind of where I'm getting at with it. Right. There's room for improvement, and Kyrie Elam. Let's say this. What if Trent McDuffie came into Buffalo and made a mistake? Would he have been benched? And if he would have got benched, will he still be playing behind Christian Benford? Would he be playing behind Dane Jackson? And then we wouldn't know how good Trent McDuffie was. Yeah. So once again, people, you got to look at the situation. Who are they playing with? Are they flourishing? Who else is on the team with them? Because you got, Jerry Sneed on the team with them. I mean, that's case in point number one.
Right.
What stuff?
I'm taking major issue with this top 32 cornerback rankings from PFF.
What you got?
Pro Football Focus has a list out of the top 32 cornerbacks in the NFL. Right? Number 1, obviously Sauce Gardner. Number 2, Jalen Ramsey.
How is Sauce still number 1 after the season? I mean, he's probably top 5, but
because ain't nobody throwing on him.
Right, yeah, nobody's throwing on him. That's why. Yeah. Darius Slay, number 3, ahead of Patrick Surtain.
Big play Slay. Okay. You got to get Patrick Surtain a snazzy name, and you'll be all set.
I mean,
you got to pop. It's been done. It's been done.
They're saying he allowed 54.7 of passes thrown into his coverage to be caught. That's more than half.
Yeah.
Pat Surtain. So Stephon Gilmore.
Don't say that.
Is number 6.
Stephon Gilmore.
And the Saints corner we were looking for is Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah. That's what I thought, but I was like,
yeah, Humphrey is Ravens.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Marlon Humphrey.
Yeah. If you thought that was bad, Tre'Davious White is 15.
I mean, when he was playing, he was on the field, he was good.
He was all right. Yeah, he was all right. Maybe that's why, because it stopped right there.
Yeah.
And then everybody else just kept going. They had attrition.
Yeah, maybe.
What stuff you got, Mel?
So this is a big if San Francisco would have won, Kyle Shanahan would have broke you need a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He would have broke the mold.
Y'all didn't think Purdy was great in that game?
So
yesterday?
But no, he played great, but here's the thing.
You think so?
They didn't know at the beginning of the season they drafted Trey Lance. He was supposed to be the guy. Right? If you got Brock Purdy, why you going in the first round to get Trey Lance? You already got your quarterback.
Purdy started the year before though and won pretty much every game he finished.
So again, why would you draft in Trey Lance?
Well, Trey Lance was first.
Yeah, Trey Lance was drafted a year before Purdy.
Yeah, he was before Purdy.
But the point
so you're saying starting over Trey Lance, rather?
The point is he's a first-round pick, Trey Lance, right?
Why is Christian Benford playing over Kyrie Elam?
Exactly. Hold on. Exactly. Thank you, Keisha.
But this is quarterbacks. Cornerbacks and quarterbacks is two different positions when you're in the first round. Right or wrong?
Not really.
Maybe.
Right or wrong?
Maybe. In theory,
the level of difficulty
exactly.
for a corner is not significantly easier than a quarterback, but it's not as hard.
The reason why I say in theory is because this. they pulled an EJ Manuel when they took Trey Lance. They said, "Ooh, Trey Lance is Josh Allen. Look what Buffalo did to him. We gonna take him, even though everybody said he was a 3rd-round talent."
Yep.
So eat it.
Yeah.
Eat
100%.
it.
So Brock Purdy was a 7th-round pick.
Not only that,
got to the Super Bowl.
It's irrelevant.
So yeah, so to me, if he would have won, you don't need. He proved you don't need a top-tier quarterback. You don't need to get a 1st-round quarterback. Basically, you build the team around what you got. Look at all the weapons he got around him.
If your system is that nice, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but there is one thing that Purdy does better than what 29 other quarterbacks in the league.
what's that?
His processing, his ability to go through his reads as fast as he does. Like every analyst that you talk to, every coach that talks about him, like that, his processing, his ability to process what he sees, go through his reads, and make the right call is elite.
But I don't think that's based off of him. I think it's because the scheme that he's running and the offense that he's in.
Tua-ism?
Well,
Tua syndrome?
The way he got it set up, boom, here it is right here. Boom, boom, boom. Like,
yeah, but
I'm not taking nothing away from Brock
No,
Purdy. I'm just saying he's not the premier elite quarterbacks who people think that you need to win a Super Bowl.
Okay. To a degree, what I'm prepared to say is, I think you need a quarterback with at least one elite trait in order to win a Super Bowl, right? I think for Trent Dilfer, Rob Johnson, they had similar processing ability to a Brock Purdy, right? And if you look at the way Purdy played in this Super Bowl, there were a lot of plays where he had to make a secondary call. He had to go through his reads and then go back through his reads again after he, slid in the pocket and got out of the way of a rush. So that tells me it's not as simple as Tua's system, because Tua is 1-2 out. You know what I'm saying? If he doesn't get 1-2 out, he doesn't win. And Tua also can't make the unscheduled play. He can't make the play when there's a pass rusher in his face and he's got to run and get out of the way and get the ball out of his hands. He's not that guy. And I think Purdy has shown us through these playoffs he is that guy.
Are you saying Tua's manufactured?
I'm saying Tua is a facsimile.
The other thing, though, look at San Fran's. They got how many All-Pros they got?
No, right. I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Offensive line, All-Pros.
100%.
Wide receivers, All-Pros. Tight end, All-Pros. Like, they got a team full of weapons, and in every position.
Right.
So, if you do it that way, if you got the money to build that team that way, you could get away without getting a top quarterback.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Can
No,
we say
I go with that.
say that Belichick did pretty much the same thing?
Absolutely, but this is where
I
I go
disagree
with that.
because Tom Brady was the GOAT.
Not at the time.
But that's what I'm saying.
What time? What are you talking
When he got
about?
drafted.
When he came in for Bledsoe?
Yeah, when he got drafted, no. But when he started playing and they put it in the system together,
Yeah.
there was a lead.
But it's still a system. But
That's what I'm saying. The same exact thing happened with Purdy.
But he did it without Belichick.
Well,
He was already a goat,
He
man.
did it without him.
We're not
You
going to
don't
know
need
that
him.
until Purdy leaves the 49ers.
He was already
That's what
goat,
I'm
man.
saying.
And Purdy ain't even started. He didn't even start yet. So I mean, Tom Brady is the anomaly here. If we're talking about who the anomaly of first round draft picks, and that was a different time too when he started.
Right.
When you start to smell yourself, and that's why I say like Patrick Mahomes is never going to leave, because look at Brady. Just, who else could use Randy Moss 1 year and say I get 50 touchdowns? You're gone.
Yeah.
Who else could and that's what I think they'll more or less go to if all else fails in Kansas City. So I think as long as he's winning, because everybody wants to win that chip.
Right.
And those names that can't win it in Buffalo or New England, or they can be like, you know what? What did LaShawn McCoy do? I'm gonna go over here and not even dress. I got my ring though.
Exactly.
So I mean
That's annoying too, because he be sitting on speak like he did something, boy.
Sitting on
my
game.
2 rings I got.
Yo, fam.
Man, it's hard to win a Super Bowl.
2 teams. I got him with 2 different
It's
teams.
hard
but
to
you
get
didn't
to a
play
Super Bowl. How you know, bro?
I know.
How you know?
He was there.
Yeah, right.
He had an earbud in.
He
He had
watched
his
it all
phone.
happen. He watched the struggle other guys went through just to get to a Super Bowl. So that's how he knows how hard it is. Real quick, I want to welcome Terrell Takes to the show. He wrote in the comment, "Welcome to the show, man."
Hey.
He says the Chiefs aren't going anywhere. That's the scary part. McDuffie is Spag's new toy with that defense.
You ain't
Absolutely
lying.
right.
And Spags ain't going nowhere.
No, not at all.
Spags, I got a head coach certificate. No, I'm good.
Right.
I'm gonna say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we take a serious moment here? Does anybody know anything about the blue shirt projectile last night?
Blue shirt.
The dude that they threw up in the air for no reason, and when Lil Jon came out on the stage.
No,
You didn't see it.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah, he gets tossed in the air like during a halftime show.
What happened to him?
wait, it was a fan that got thrown up in the air, or it was like one of the dancers? Or something?
No,
It's
one
just
of
some
the
random
dancers.
dude gets thrown up in the air.
he was probably a Best Buy worker. They just threw it in the air.
No, he's one of the
I
dancers.
just wanted to bring a TV into this joint.
I'll show it to you after this. Yo, you will.
Yo, it was
I think he was
hilarious.
one of the dancers.
Yeah.
I don't think he planned on that though. Yo, I don't. Hold on. You know what? I got right here.
Real quick, Lindsay writes in, 49ers effed up not running McCaffrey after the 10-point lead, letting the Chiefs have more possessions. Yeah. I think if I'm thinking about what Shanahan might have been thinking at the time, I think he was trying to extend the lead. And in order to do that against that Chiefs defense this year, you got to do it through the pass. That's the tough part about that defense. They were number 2 overall for a reason. And when they want to shut down the run, they can. During the season, I think the only reason that they had bad numbers as far as the rush game against that defense is because they were more focused on stopping the pass. But with everybody that they got, they can play any kind of defense that they want. So, it literally looks like y'all remember when Jazz used to get thrown out of the mansion?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Like dude gets thrown up in the air.
Just out of nowhere.
Right. Boz writes in, Mitchell Trubisky will be leaving the Steelers.
Oh, Bosh, chill. Stick around. I was going to do that. Hold on a second. Let me get through a couple more things.
This man back in here.
No, let me get through a couple more things.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Well, you know what? Now you just said that cat's out of the bag. No,
Yeah, you got to.
No, the reason why I was going to say it, I didn't see it. Actually, you saw it on my screen, but I got out before you could process it.
Okay.
And because I before I put my phone on before the show, I saw.
You be playing the game within the game.
I be trying. I like shot value. That's the best part about this thing. Like that video I just showed you. No, but Brandon Beane put out a statement.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they asked him about him. He said, we really like what he did there while he was here, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, with the price point and depending on what's going on, we could see a world where he could be back. It's kind of cryptic. So he's not going to take league minimum, I don't think. However, obviously this is the quarterback series show, so I was going to hold off a little bit. But yeah, that's one of the guys that somehow, some way, shape or form.
You want him back?
Who, Trubisky?
Yeah.
I don't want him back.
I rather get Rudolph than Trubisky.
Mason Rudolph?
Yeah.
They not going to let him go.
Yeah, they not.
They covered that
Bro,
dude.
they had him on. They had him third on the depth chart behind Trubisky
Bro,
and Pickett.
Bro,
Why
I'm
wouldn't
with
they?
you.
He got them.
Well, they just cut him, so he's number 2 now.
They ain't letting that
say now he number
No,
two.
but see, remember? Well, you weren't on the show before. I think it was off season last year or preseason.
Yeah.
And I was banging a drum for Mason Rudolph. I
Bro,
said he's number 3 on the
I would
outs.
have got him in a heart.
Dude, who you telling? I would have
kicked both
Kyle
of them
Allen.
out. Yo, give me Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Both y'all deuces.
Kyle Allen, Mason Rudolph. Let me think about this one.
Kyle Rudolph.
Lindsay, is that right? We got to see if that's true. Lindsay says, I think blue shirt guys show up later on the field without blue shirt or anything else on. So he was the streaker. Like this dude has had the greatest night of his entire life. He gets on the field during this concert, gets thrown up in the air somehow. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was the security guards trying to get him out of
He
there.
hit the ground so hard his clothes came off.
Then how did he get back onto the field?
Oh, but he
A lot
did.
of stuff, a lot of moving parts.
Wouldn't it be the funniest thing in the world if this dude was like the greased up deaf dude from Family Guy? Right. Never gonna catch me. This man is running around with that blue shirt during the concert. They go to squeeze him. He flies up
Just
in the
flies in
air,
the air.
and then somehow gets out of his clothes and onto the field during the game while it's going on.
That mess is hilarious.
I wish people would show these people getting tackled too. That is primetime TV.
Get smacked up. The last thing I had for stuff we heard, you heard San Francisco didn't understand the rules of the overtime?
Yeah, so they were saying that if they would have known, they might have taken the ball second instead of first.
See, I didn't see. You edified me last night because I
Yeah.
thought it was sudden not sudden death. It was both teams get the ball unless the first team kicks a field goal.
Yeah, nah.
But unless the first team scores a touchdown, rather. I'm sorry, but no,
That was
Mel
the Bills'
like,
rule.
He kept saying that, and I'm like,
That's the Bills' rule.
I'm like,
Bills
yo,
cried about getting changed.
don't call it that because that's a smack in our face. That's a major smack. It's true.
Yeah.
It is, and the Chiefs went and won with it.
But I think if
Right.
I think if Shanahan would have knew and understood, I think he don't take the ball first.
I still think Andy Reid and them would have been like, that's cool. Oh, that's so cute. But yeah, no.
Because think about it. No matter what, even if they would score a touchdown or a field goal, now the hand is in, the ball is in San Francisco.
Yeah, see the thing about it though, if you take it second, if you go for the 2, you win the game.
No.
Yeah. Because if
Wait, say that again?
the
Say that
first
again?
team scores a touchdown and kick the field goal or kick the extra point, they're up 7.
Yeah.
But the second team, if they go for it and score a touchdown and go for 2,
Oh, right. Yeah. It's over. Yeah.
So they were saying it on the morning show. I don't know if you guys listened to Jeremy White and Joe this morning, but they were saying that there's not enough analytics to support how to even handle this overtime. Nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
They said it's going to, they usually go to 100 game sample size. I'm going to be long dead by the time they get to 100 games of this.
Right.
Yeah, because this was literally the first
time.
game after the rule was enacted.
You know what? I got a conspiracy for you.
You got what you got.
One of the Super Bowl CEOs or one of the not talking heads, but one of the behind the big wig guys, the Super Bowl said, you know what? With this new rule, there better be a double overtime game. We were one play away from a double overtime game.
Yeah.
So I thought about you when I heard that. I said, wow. I said, Mel would have loved that one. He would have tasted that one.
But if you really
something.
think about it, like the way that the overtime plays out now, each team is getting one drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why not just do the college rule if you're gonna do that? Like, it's an illusion that these teams are getting, as many drives as needed to score, because so far the only time that we've played through this situation, both teams have gone down and scored. One kicked the field goal, the other one, scored a touchdown. But think about what would have taken place after that. How many more drives do you think it would have taken to score?
About it. I don't want to think about it because the reason, and T knows why. Because when I remember very distinctly, what was the longest football game ever? It was a UB game.
Really?
The longest game ever.
How many overtimes?
6.
I think I remember something vaguely.
It was a
about that.
6-hour game.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they had a weather delay. So we were there like all day. T thought she didn't know where I was. She was like, I know you're not still at the game. I'm like, yo, we still here. We being held captive at this point.
Overtime number 4.
Dude, like I think
predated pictures.
Well, no, right. This was in Tyree Jackson was the quarterback, but he was hurt. So the backup came in and threw for 577 yards, 7 touchdowns, received 1, and ran for 1. This is it has since been broken. There's been a longer game since then.
What?
Yeah, but this is the second longest game in NCAA history, and I was there.
Wow. Excuse me, still fighting stuff off.
You good?
I wanted to say this. I wanted to say this before we move on while it's still on my brain. So I wore this hat for a reason today. Do you guys remember what it was like when the Warriors dynasty first started?
Do I remember what it was like when they first started?
Yeah, I got introduced to the Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, in hindsight, yeah, but I don't think I ever thought they were going to be a dynasty. So
Nah.
no, I don't. They were too young. Like for a team to stay together that long,
Yeah.
that's impossible. And that's the beautiful thing about the Warriors. Yes, I said it. The beautiful thing about the Warriors is they brought in KD, but they didn't need him. They just beat him.
Right.
They don't bring people in to put them over the top.
Right.
They just keep on with the same talent they had, the same age, the same guys, and they just bring in complementary talent.
Yep.
So they're a dynasty. They're just ongoing. They're they can't be stopped now. They're a snowball. But yeah, what were you going to say?
So I want to know what you guys think about this. This is I don't want to say this is my primary theory right now, but it's a working theory based on the information I have.
Your hypothesis?
Right? So during the time that the Warriors were running their dynasty through the NBA, there's only been one player that's gotten a championship that wasn't on the Warriors during that time? And that player was who? LeBron James, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said he didn't get one?
No,
That
there's
did.
only one other player.
He's the only one that beat him.
The only person that
Gotcha,
beat that
gotcha.
team
Yeah.
was LeBron. So it got me thinking about this. So far, there's only been, and you can't even really say this team beat the Chiefs in the biggest game of the year, because we know the Bengals beat the Chiefs at their home, right? But they didn't win the Super Bowl. So are we in a situation where the Bills are LeBron James and the Cavaliers, and the Chiefs are the Warriors? And second question, would you guys take the level of competition that LeBron posed to the Warriors and the one championship that he won against that team?
I would have to get at least one AFC championship berth before I could even answer that. Honestly,
You got to get back to it.
I would have to get past them to see what it's like, and
Right.
then but I mean I know where you're going with this, and I wish, but right now what are we 0-3 against them in the playoffs? Is that
Playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, I need that one before I can even feel good about that. Say they're the chief killers, because right now the Bengals said, "Oh, Bills couldn't do it. We got
Well, no,
it."
I don't even know if you can't say LeBron was a Warriors killer, because they the first time they played him in the finals they lost. Then they had to go re-up and bring more players onto that team to make them better, so that the next year when they came back and the Warriors were hurt in that series, the Cavaliers could win.
LeBron be re up though.
Huh?
He be re-upping though.
Oh,
boy,
no,
that's what LeBron re-up James. His name
doubt,
Ramon.
no
His
doubt.
name is re-up.
So I think, and so this is why I bring this up, because right now, 2 championships in a row. 2 championships in a row. 3 in the last 5 years. It's a dynasty. It's got to be, hands down, right? Because the Warriors did something similar.
It is.
Right? And so as we're sitting here right now, I think the Bills should feel better about their 0-3 in the playoffs against the Chiefs than they did before.
I'm gonna say no. Only because of the thought I just had. It just made me almost upchucking my mouth. What did I just joke? What did LeBron? What's his middle name? What did I say?
Re-up.
What the hell do the Bills always do? Run it back. They never re-up.
This is why I'm saying. Everything that the Bills have done competitively on the field against the Chiefs has been in spite of Sean McDermott. In spite of. I don't know any other way to say it where that is appropriate to what happened on the field.
I'll allow it.
So if that's the case, then we can't say that the Bills have been LeBron James, because they haven't really re-upped. The only re-up they thought they were doing was Von Miller. Right? And that to me, even just in hindsight right now, if I'm reacting to it, it was a very asinine move.
Yeah.
But I guess the point I'm trying to get to is the Bills players, while no loss is a good loss and there is no silver lining, I think, as a viewer, as a fan, I think they should feel a little bit better knowing that the only reason that they haven't been able to get to another championship game or even to the Super Bowl has been because there's a dynasty in their way. It is literally what Peyton Manning had to deal with when he was going up against Tom Brady.
I think the players might want to hang their hat on it, but as a fan, if you don't ask the question, you're not a fan. The question is, when is the dynasty going to either be us or when is it going to end? Because we already saw a 20-year dynasty that was in our way. Now we got another guy that's the same age as our quarterback that's potentially in our way. I know you say, it's going to fall apart potentially when Kelsey goes, but even still, I am tired of somebody being in my way. I want to dance with the girl. I don't want to walk out to the middle of the floor and my man scoop her up and I'm got to do that little walk back like nothing happened. I was just trying to get some punch. Right. I don't want to be that guy. Right. I'm tired of being that dude. Yeah. So for players from Miami, the players from Texas, the players these 20, they don't know what we feel. But we about to watch the deja vu with a better team. We don't have Ralph Wilson holding us back. We ain't got Malarkey holding us back. We don't have Greg Will. We got a good coach. I know. We got a superstar quarterback. The first quarterback since Jim Kelly, which I'm going to go through, we're talking about.
Yeah.
I do not want to hear about or feel good about or think, hang my hat on another dynasty coming in my. No, I'm not going to say it because I was really almost a pause moment. I don't want to think about it. How am I going to rephrase this? Another dynasty getting in the way of what we want as Buffalo fans. So that was the thought I had in my head when I said, "Oh God."
Absolutely. The only difference is now we can win our division every year. That's the only difference.
Right.
When it was the Patriots, we just had no shot unless it was a wild card spot.
Right.
The only difference I see is this is the frustrating thing. We beat this team 3 times in a row in the season.
Oh,
Right.
So it's not like we can't beat them.
Right.
It's just when it counts, I don't think like emotion. I don't know if it's emotions, if it's the adrenaline, or if it's like if this like Keyshawn said, like Eric, is they going through the back of their minds like, oh my God, we're gonna beat them in the playoffs. We're gonna beat them in the playoffs. Like, is it that's sitting in their head? Is they can't go through it, or they can't finish?
I think that's what's going through Sean McDermott's mind.
Can you read my closing thought? I ain't even read. Can you read what it says?
I don't want to hear anything about beating the Chiefs before January next season.
I'm tired of it. We killing the game in the regular season.
But here's the thing though, it's the same team. So what that tells me is, like my point I said last time, where let's say I'm playing, right? Let's say I used to be a football player, used to play NFL football, right? And I think I can go back and play with these boys, right? But I don't get in my head that, hey, you ain't got it no more, Mac. You ain't got it no more. You just got to put it up. No, they didn't get lucky. No, they caught you on a bad day. You can't hang with these boys no more. So you got to realize that I can't do it no more. You got to hang them cleats up.
Yeah.
They can hang with them. They beat them in the season. And I'm not saying the season don't count, but it's not as worth as much as the playoffs.
At this point, it don't count to me.
But here's the point. They did it.
Yeah.
3 times in a row. So they can hang with them. It's not that they can't hang with them. They can. It's just when it needs it, they can't. They got to figure out how to close out in them big games.
Really quick, I want to get this comment real quick, and then I got a thought. Lindsay says, "Bring in John Gruden." Hey, Gruden is Andy Reid's killer. She's kidding, but
I think McDermott would be a Gruden killer. What's your thought?
So I want to add this thought. So my children play Mortal Kombat from time to time, right? And sometimes they want to play me. Now, I don't play fighting games anymore. I haven't played in decades.
Ever, yeah.
Right? And when I sit down to play the game, I got to go look at the moves before I do anything, before we start the match, right? And generally, the moves are roughly the same. Obviously, there's more extravagant moves with certain players and stuff like that. You're definitely a fighting game person. But what I find happening most of the time when I'm about to lose is I just start going back to the basics of stuff that I know I can do and that I know works and that I know they can't stop. Right? And every time I do that, I win. And I think that is exactly what the Chiefs have done to us year after year after year. It's like, okay, fine. Regular season, I'm trying out new moves. I'm trying to see what works and stuff like that. That first match of Mortal Kombat, I'm playing, I'm messing with stuff. I'm seeing what works, seeing what I can do, seeing if I can get good at doing a particular move, and I can use that later and setting stuff up. But once it's that third match, and it's tied, and whoever wins this match wins, I'm going right back to the basics of stuff that I know is going to beat you any which way I use it.
In other words, it's kind of like the first, it's like a tighten-up match. It's like a preseason game almost, where I'm trying to see what I can institute, where your weaknesses are, and we can feed off it later. Yeah, so yeah, that's 100% what it is. And I'm tired of that being them and not us.
Exactly. But it makes you like. When you are that good, right? And to be honest, the 49ers are that good too, right? They've had a few bad games where they didn't look so great, but those could have been the same situations that the Chiefs had when the Chiefs didn't look so good against the Raiders. It could have been them working out new plays, trying to set things up for, or put things on tape for the playoffs so that they can come with other stuff later on. Both of those guys are, and I guess I'm taking it back to this conversation. I apologize, everybody, but both of those guys are offensive guys. I have not yet seen a defensive guy do something like that, or even be thought of as being willing to do something like that during the season. Usually with defensive guys, it's I'm doing what works all the time, and if it doesn't work, we gonna keep fighting through until it does, right? And that's what I see from Sean McDermott. I see, well, if it doesn't work, then we need to just work harder at it. We need to get better at doing that thing that hasn't worked. And then once we get better at doing it, it'll work, right? So it's kind of frustrating when you see creativity being allowed to happen in other places, but we're in a place now with the most talented quarterback in the league, and the most creativity that he can get, that Josh can get his hands on, is a Joe Brady, who is, this is his second coordinator spot, and he's up under a head coach that may or may not be opening up to the idea of winning games with the pass all season long. That's a problem for me. Really quick, Lindsay writes in, I miss where the 1 and 2 seeds get bye weeks for the play. Yeah, they might bring that back though, because I think they might be looking at expanding the playoffs again sometime soon.
To 8?
Huh?
I'm going to 18?
Yeah, I remember when they talked about expansion in the first place, it was supposed to be, not supposed to be, but they were talking about it being like in waves, like they were going to do.
Of course, the years when we don't need the HC to be there to get into the playoffs, they finally put it there.
Right.
I heard they're thinking about adding some more games and another playoff.
Yeah, the players are going to love that.
So basically what's going to essentially happen is you're going to have 2 bye weeks.
Okay.
Like a team would have 2 weeks off?
Because they're adding more games. So the plan is, they haven't done it yet, but the thought is to add more games to the season.
Yeah.
So you have to give another bye week.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah, I heard that too. And then
I wouldn't want to be the number one seed.
players
If
ain't
that's the
going
case,
for that.
we're going to be off for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
But everybody's going to be off for 2 weeks.
Yeah, the players ain't.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think the
okay.
players
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
go for
So
that.
like everybody's going to have a two week bye week.
They
Not in a row.
2 years
but
bye week. Yeah.
you're gonna have-
Oh,
you
you're
can play
talking about during the
games.
season?
Yeah.
they have to buy-
Yeah,
okay,
they were
I-
also talking
I thought
about
you
a
were talking about the
situation
playoffs.
to appease the NFLPA, where you could only play in like 16 games, even though it's a 19-game season or whatever it is.
And also they
would have to
might
expand the
might
roster.
cut
Weird.
some preseason games just to make up to that point, because the bottom line is what the players association is saying is they don't want the bodies out there for more than the games that they're used to. So you figure what is 3 preseason games now? So you take 2 preseason games away, add it to the season. Now they're playing the same amount of time, but now your preseason is just basically for the rookies to try out.
Yeah, I think it's the preseason component. I think is a sloppy concept, because we saw the product on the field the first 2-3 weeks of the season when they first took that 4th game out. I mean, it was, you could tell all the defenses were behind, and it was just a bad product. It's a bad look. It's a good look for the NFLPA, but for the consumer, it just wasn't palatable at all.
Right. Chris, what up, man?
Chris, oh yeah, you here? Seattle, right?
Huh?
Seattle?
Yeah.
All right, we
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah, this
Okay.
guy here.
So,
go ahead.
oh, no, go ahead. You got
you
comments?
go, you go.
I'm gonna say Mel. Mel didn't have it. You had stuff we heard. You had anything?
No, just about the Super Bowl and stuff like that we was talking about with San Francisco, like Kyle Shanahan's building a team and stuff like that. One other thing I heard on Good Morning Football is now they're treating him like McDermott and everybody else. Like Shanahan
Shanahan can't do it.
can't do it.
He can't hang.
He can't win the big one.
Uh-oh.
So now they put him in the conversation.
Everybody get him.
He had the game won. Like, this is
Get
maddening
him.
to me. It's maddening to me. Like, if Greenlaw doesn't get hit with the magic bullet from the stand somewhere, that would, like, people don't understand how much value one player can hold for your defense. After Greenlaw went down, it was literally up to Fred Warner to make every play in that defense, right? We have to think about the way that the 49ers defense is constructed. Their strength is up the middle. It's their defensive line opening things up for their linebackers to make plays. If they're down a linebacker, That stress, like Oren Burks went in and played. Oren Burks
had
hadn't been on
practice squad player.
Right. So of course they're gonna have to make sure that they force Fred Warner on Travis Kelce. Why? Because Greenlaw can't do it, right? And I think if I'm not mistaken, Greenlaw is their better coverage linebacker anyway. So there's layers to it. There's layers to it, and I really hate that everybody is so ready to react that they don't take the time to think about the way that they're reacting and all the context that goes into these games. Something like that should be easily seen. One player goes down for the 49ers, no players go down for the Chiefs win. Right? It wasn't an equal game after that in my mind. Like, yes, next man up, but the Chiefs had their guys that they wanted out there. All of their best players played in that game from beginning to end. You can't say the same thing for the 49ers. And it makes a difference. It does.
You got anything else? So, you know what grinds my gears?
What grinds
what grinds my gears?
Everything new?
No. Well, last night my gears was grind. They were circles.
Circles?
There was no teeth left.
Was it the commercials?
No.
Oh.
It was my parlays.
Oh man.
Mel will tell you that hurt. Dude, you want to hear what I lost on?
I felt bad for him.
Fam.
This is why I don't play.
Fam.
This is why I don't even play.
There was DraftKings. They had a promotion where Pacheco 50 yards from scrimmage and Ayuk 50 yards from scrimmage, right? Mm-hmm. He had shut up. He had Pacheco was good. Ayuk had 2 catches for 38 yards until like midway through the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, F this. It's over with, right? Mm-hmm. So third catch of the game. He's like, yo, Key, you good.
Got it.
You good.
Pacheco gets a loss of yards.
No. Fam, I needed 12 yards. He got 11.
Yo, he missed it by a yard.
A yard.
A yard, bro.
I missed out on money by a yard. And this is the other one.
Chris laughing at you.
Chris, go to hell. No. No, I'm joking.
He just got here. Now you got to leave. Like, what?
I'm joking. You family now.
Yeah, right.
I got to talk to him crazy. No, but the other one I had that I said, screw it. I didn't even mention it. I said I got another one of sorts. When I built, it was Kansas City money line. Patrick Mahomes with 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that one hit, right?
No, because Clyde Edwards-Helaire didn't get 5 yards.
Oh, wow.
He had to get. Who won't push the button for 5 yards for plus money? I figured he wasn't gonna get 2 carries in the game. Yeah. He went 1 for 0. Yeah. Throw the whole thing away, man. Yeah. Chris, go ahead and laugh. Go ahead.
Yo, I felt bad because I won my parlay.
He's over here bragging. He's got his paperwork out. He's doing all this stuff. He's like, I'm about to cash out. I ain't got nothing to cash out. It's over for me.
Yo, so I had 2. I had one on Prize Picks and I had one on DraftKings. The one on DraftKings, I could have won more money, but I panicked on that last drive and I pulled out early. So I still made some money, but I would have made more money if I would have left it. But the Prize Picks, I had Mahomes. It was something stupid like he had to get. Sometimes they give you promos like if you get like a half a yard rushing, he get a thing. I had McCaffrey with an anytime touchdown. I had MVS. My boy put it through. He needed 19 and a half receiving yards. I went for one of the kickers had to get a 48-yard kick or higher, and I had Travis Kelce over whatever his receiving numbers were. I'm going down to MVS. I'm like, dude, I need 4 yards. So I'm watching it. He makes a catch. He go backwards. I'm like, no.
Yo. I was like, yo.
He went backwards. I'm like,
8 yards, Mel.
2 plays later, he get a catch, and he was like, yo, that's it. So I look. He won by a half a yard. He had 20. He needed 19 and a half.
Wow.
So I won my parlay by a half, and Keyshawn missed it by 1. Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
Chris
go ahead.
Chris said, I think my brother lost but got the Gronk kick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did?
Right.
He probably knew he was going to miss.
Yeah.
But
I might bet that one next year. I might.
Well, me and T, we won the coin toss last year. You know, we bet on the coin toss with heads or tails, and we won that one. I mean, I'm too much of a chicken ass to really bet money, so it was really like $2, $3 just to say I was in it. So it wasn't like I was breaking the bank or nothing like that. But I don't like to keep just hemorrhaging money. There's $2 at a time, $3 at a time. When all you need to do is get Clyde Edwards-Helaire 5 yards. Who wouldn't think he would have 5 yards? Pacheco fumbled how many times? You couldn't get 5 yards?
Okay, so this will make you feel better. Lindsay says she won $25 on a $3 bet on DraftKings.
Nice.
She won $25 on a $3 bet on DraftKings.
You know what we're gonna do?
Nice.
We're gonna institute a segment for Mel next season, where I'm gonna do everything he says to do.
I'm
that's
gonna
what
hook
I'm
y'all
saying.
up, man.
Just tell me what to bet on.
I'm gonna hook y'all up, man.
Cause I'm lost.
Cause like even though like everybody kept asking me who you want to win, I'm like, it's not who I want to win, it's who's gonna win.
Right.
KC, you gotta
Right.
bet money on it. They're not gonna lose.
Right.
I told him, I said, you safe. If you do the opposite of what I do, you're going to be good. I could bet Nikola Jokic is going to have 20 points. He'll end up with 16.
This is what frustrates me the most about the Patriots.
The Patriots,
This is
a
how
lot of stuff
scorned
about
I am,
them.
how scarred I am. This is the thing that frustrates me about the Chiefs and the NFL in general, right? I have figured out how to beat the Chiefs. I have. And it's not hard either. Right? And it may be hard to do to some degree because of the flow of the game and stuff like that. But the way you beat the Chiefs is exactly the way the Bengals beat the Chiefs. You have to have the ball last. Period.
I had mentioned that to Keyshawn about how many of the Bills games we lost when Josh was not on the field.
Right.
It's like
frustrating.
3-3.
It's
This
frustrating.
season like 3-3. I looked it up when
Yeah. So the Denver game, Josh is not on the field. We lose.
the Denver game we lost by a field goal. The Jets game we lost.
Overtime,
Overtime.
kickoff, the punt return.
The
New
Jacksonville
England
game
one,
we lost with Josh on the field.
Yep. And so was the New England one. It was a fumble.
Yep. Those two were
It was a
fumbles,
fumble.
and that was it.
And that's how they won. But
After that,
every time I see the Chiefs, it's always Mahomes got the ball last.
and what do I always say? It's too much time.
He's always got the ball last.
It could be
man.
3 seconds on the clock. It's too much time. And that's the thing, and that's really the thing. If you want to get away from this concept of having the ball last, it's very simple. Can't do it because I'm sitting here with you guys. But outscore them by more than 7 points.
Yeah.
Go balls to the wall in the game. Put your foot on their throats like you say you want to.
Right.
If you're up 10 with a minute and 13 seconds left, it don't matter if they score 7.
Yeah.
Because you gonna let them kill the clock, and then what's happening? You take the knee. You get out of there.
We need that. We need that Dan Campbell, baby. We need Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has the balls.
The
big
one
ones.
is.
The big
I
one.
don't think it's a pause moment, is it?
He can't.
The way he turned around, he did a slow turn.
You should have seen his body language when I said it.
He's like,
his
I
whole
knew
body
you were gonna do it.
got
What?
some kind of electricity through it. He was like,
You know for a fact I was gonna say something, right?
yeah, I
Yeah.
did. That's why I said it.
We were waiting for your ruling.
Lindsay writes in, same here, Mel. I'll be in Buffalo this May. I need betting tips.
Yeah.
Got you. I got you.
He's got us. And the only thing you do, don't tell me, because if I do it, everybody loses. Everybody's going down. It's a
What
magic
happened?
button.
Key, did you put it in? Yeah. Oh.
Dang, everybody cash out. This guy.
Unbelievable. All right.
John over there.
What do we got next?
I'm ready to talk about the quarterback.
Get
The
it.
state of
Let's
the
get it.
quarterbacks.
Let's do it.
All right. So, as you all know, we got the Alpha and Omega right now in Buffalo. Mr. Josh Allen. Behind Josh Allen, Shane Bussell. I'm not even going to talk about Shane Bussell because I don't care about Shane Bussell.
There you go. Same here.
What about Baby Allen?
He's not here anymore after this. Yeah, he was a 1-year contract. So, let
bargain Allen
me
gone?
address that, because we had a big disagreement on how the backup quarterback goes. Can we at least park on? Because I want to draft one and bring him up. Can we at least park on? Scrap these 1-year backup quarter. Can we bring him in and let him be in the system?
No.
just watch out, man.
Hey, listen.
Huh?
I'm with it because one of my biggest fears. My biggest fears is Josh go down.
Yes,
We're screwed.
and we had that when Mr. Allen was in the tent, and they had Kyle Allen, and it's not a joke. If you go back and watch it again, when he went down, he got hurt. Kyle Allen was warming up to go in the game. Josh Allen beelines out of the tent, finds his helmet, and now he's back on the field. You didn't even get evaluated all the way.
Yeah.
We just know we can't play this guy.
Yo, I don't know if you remember a couple years ago when we had Matt Barkley. I will never forget this play. Josh goes out. The very next play, they pin their ears back and they hit Matt Barkley. And he fumbles. Turnover.
Boz writes in, draft a QB before it's too late.
Thank you. Now you gonna get some pushback by my cohort over here, my comrade. Like, nah, fam.
100%. Here's why. We're going into a year where, and I titled this episode 50 mil though, because when your cap situation is that bad, I'm not. Well, it's not just the cap situation being that bad. It's the cap situation being that bad, and over half of my defense is not coming back. Right? If that's the case, I need to be careful with how. I need to be careful with my asset allocation. Right? Whatever draft picks I use need to be on players that are going to make the biggest impact in these games if I want to still continue to try to win. Right? So if I'm looking at backup quarterback, I'm probably not drafting one until what?
The 6th or 7th round.
6th or 7th round.
Yeah.
Okay. Christian Benford is a 6th round pick.
Right.
I'd rather have another Christian Benford on the team than have a backup quarterback that I can just go
I'd
sign.
rather them play their first round pick that they had and get the quarterback last year
Huh?
or 2 years ago. I'd rather them have a cornerback on the field that they took in the first round and then put the backup quarterback that they took in the 6th round because they're going to play Kyrie Elam behind Josh Allen.
I get it. I get it.
That's how I'd rather them do it. But see, this, and I don't mean to cut you off, but this is how I look at McDermott. He ain't playing nobody anyway. He's not going to play no rookie out there.
Right.
So, I mean, they're going to do, like Bean said, we're going to do a bunch of 1-year deals and that's going to be defense again. Now, this is where I am with it. This is you know what? Make your point because I was rude. Go ahead.
You were very rude.
I know. I usually am.
I know.
Of course. No, I think there's two sides to this. I think the first side is they don't want to do anything that threatens Josh Allen in any way. I don't think they want Josh having any perception at all that they're trying to create contingency plans for him, right? The other part of this is when you're thinking about when you're placing value on your backup quarterback, you're essentially kind of goes to the little bit of the conversation we were having before the episode. It's a neurotic way of thinking, right? And neurotics, people who are neurotic tend to, constantly think about the worst that could possibly happen. And like we mentioned before the episode, what typically happens with people who think from a neurotic perspective, those things happen more for neurotics in their lives than anybody else, right? So the last thing that I want to do is place value on a position that only has value if my starter gets hurt. I'd rather focus on what could go right, build the rest of the team around this quarterback that to be honest hasn't been significantly injured since 2019, and just keep going forward. Like the AC joint thing that he had or whatever that was in his shoulder 2 years ago, he played through that. And his numbers were still pretty damn good. 2019 was the only time that he actually had to sit out a game, and that was because of his elbow. So if I'm looking at that,
I think this is where I go with that though. I think the reason why he only sat out those games because they know what's behind him and they know it's trash.
They didn't have a choice.
Huh?
They
had no
in
choice.
2019 they didn't have a choice.
They have. Well, let's see. 2019 was, you said that was his elbow, right? Mm-hmm. 2019 was, huh?
Was that Barkley?
Nah, that might have been Peterman.
No, he was gone.
No, Peterman was
was
gone that
gone
year.
that one?
He was only here for a year.
Yeah,
I think it was.
That was Josh's rookie year.
Who was the backup in
I can look it up. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, but see the thing about it, like my thing is, how much of that was? Okay, let me backtrack to something else you said. If Josh Allen's the number two guy in the league, we'll say maybe even number one. Mm-hmm. I don't think a 7th round draft pick is going to put any seed in his mind that we're trying to replace you. I think that will put in his mind we're trying to replace the garbage we had behind you. I think they'll say, this guy is better than Matt Barkley. This guy is better than what's the guy? Jake Fromm. This guy is better than Kyle Allen. This guy is better than Trubisky, but he's not better than you. And I think in a lot of ways, if you can find somebody that you can groom and say, if something happens, and you're not going to say this to Josh, obviously, because we're not trying to because you're right, we're not trying to put a seed in his head that we're trying to move on in case, or if you do have a little nick, you're going to sit down for a substantial amount of time.
Right.
But I think it's just an insurance policy, and it shows me now that they're willing to, be progressive in their approach that if something does go down, we're not going to put a joke behind this guy, whereas you have to run out of the tunnel as fast as possible if he's going to go in the game.
Right.
I want him to feel like he can recruit.
Or the other flip side is that if he do go down now, you ain't got to hurt and sign somebody. You ain't got to bring in a Joe Flacco or somebody. You already got a guy who's already know the system, who's been taking reps and practicing, is ready to go. Like I hate to throw this out there because it's a movie, but remember the Titans. What happened when Rev went down? Come on, Sunshine.
Yeah.
What'd he say? He had to hype him up. Listen, it was 12 of us, and I had to. It was really 12? No, it was only 4, but I had to. You know what I'm saying? He had to get him ready.
Had to make it sound good.
Right?
Yeah.
He had to get him ready because if I'm a coach, and like I said, this is something that I'm thinking about doing. If I'm a coach, I'm going to have a backup plan just in case.
You got to.
Just in case. Because I don't want my season to be I'm done because I lost my star quarterback.
Yeah, but like the two sides of this conversation are not draft a backup or we lose with whoever the person we sign is. Like there's still so let me get to Boz's comments and then I'll make my point.
Go ahead.
Boz goes, if Allen goes down with an ACL, and we all know how he hates to put in the work, so his rehab will take longer. That's probably right.
Yo, you got a friend in Boz, don't you? You and Boz, y'all.
I love Boz. He kind of going in my neck right now, but I respect it. So then Boz says, what do you do? Concede the season or part of 2 seasons? Depending on when he gets hurt. I get that point. And then Boz, lastly, he says, manage for the team, not Allen's feelings. I agree with that. Yes. But again, I don't want to just assume that if we don't draft a backup, whoever we sign is not going to ever win a game, right? I think the Bills need to do a better job of signing better backups. I think there are better backups out there to be had. I just don't understand why the Bills have not done it, especially with the coordinators that we've had. If we had a Marcus Mariota paired with a Brian Daboll, I think Mariota could have success, right? If we had I'm
looking at right now.
Even a Mason Rudolph.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at right now. Josh Dobbs' market value is like $6 million right now. They're showing.
I would absolutely take Josh Dobbs.
That's $6 million?
Huh?
That's $6 million?
Yeah.
But why not draft a 7th rounder if you ain't got to pay him pennies on a dollar?
Because you don't know if that draft pick is ever going to be as good as Joshua Dobbs is. And if you're thinking about your Super Bowl window, if you're thinking about the age of your quarterback, if you're thinking about where you are right now and your opportunities to win a championship, every season needs to be, I'm doing whatever it takes to go for a championship. Every season until you win one. Then you can, draft a guy and be a little bit more methodical. But right now, if the goal is to win a championship, then everything that you can possibly do towards that goal needs to be done. And if that means I got to spend $6 million on a Sam Darnold or a Jameis Winston or a Josh Dobbs in order to ensure that if by some miraculous circumstance Josh Allen gets hurt for a game or two, I got a guy that I know has won in this league before and I can depend on.
Jameis
Not
is the only
some
one that
rookie
makes
that
sense.
I'm hoping can put his draws on right and get out there and throw a pass.
I said Jameis is the only one that would make sense in this whole equation.
Who?
Jameis.
Jameis.
The only one that would make sense out of everybody in this list.
I mean, I just named a few names.
No. You said this. I wanted to say he's the only one on the list that made. I'm not going at what you're saying at all. I'm just because I was going to say that later. And it's a point why I'm going to get to why he makes the most sense, but also why it's not going to happen. If he keeps putting those videos about him when he's working out, if he keeps putting those out, it's never going to happen for him. McDermott's like, yo, who's this clown?
Remember, that's who I said I will have up here is my man Winston.
Yeah.
Remember I said that.
Eating W's all day. Yeah. Got a munch on him. But no, I had on my thing here, Tyrod Taylor's back at 3.3.
No.
I know. No. But Tyrod Taylor, 3.3.
Really quick, Boz writes in, as long as we have putting the work in the conversation, Have any of you been watching the Netflix series Quarterback?
Yes.
No, you were talking about
yes.
You like it?
Unbelievable.
Really?
I hate to say it because
that. Mahomes.
Mahomes, but I have to give him credit, man. I know why he's that good. He puts the work in. Like, for example, like one of the things I'll take from the NFL quarterback, all the games that are in our division. So we got the Jets, Miami, and we got New England.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Mahomes watches every game in his
division.
rivals. He watches all of them.
Yeah, for sure. Every week.
And that's how he dominate those teams. I mean, yeah, he lost to the Raiders, and but he looks at all that. I don't think Josh does that.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that he does or don't, but I don't think
It may
he
not be
does.
to that degree.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But in all those off-colored throws, and he practiced all of
That's
that.
the thing about it,
He
though.
trains for all that.
You got to realize, and this is something that I swear I wouldn't go into basketball coaching for because I wasn't coached correctly at all. But in looking back on all the things I missed, all the opportunities I could have had, I see how you could change it. And that's one of the things, watching tape. I don't know how to watch film. I don't know how to scout teams. I don't know how to develop myself individually from the rest of the team, because when your coach is a math teacher, they don't know basketball. They do. Right. Everybody run the same drills.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Right.
But when you're looking at Mahomes is not Josh Allen in terms of physical ability. We know that, and that's not me saying that because I'm a Bills homer. Josh Allen's 6'5". He's about the same speed. He's got the same arm, but he's just the size wise of doing it. And but where Mahomes gets you is what you just said, was between the ears. I'm not calling Josh a dummy. I'm just saying that there's LeBrons, then there's Jordan and Kobe's.
There's Kobe's, yeah.
There's people like that, because Kobe was not better than Jordan physically.
But out of the three, he had the mind.
He had that mind.
Right. He had the mind.
That's
all
why
day
he has
long.
a mentality named after him.
Yeah, all day long.
And I don't want to take over with basketball, but like what he did with Paul Gasol in the Olympics.
Oh yeah,
Right at his
He
chest.
said, I'm gonna
bodied the mess out of him. He
First
right.
play,
right.
right at his chest.
He was like, yeah, right. Oh snap, he did it though.
That's his teammate, Key.
Right? They're like, nah, not now.
He said, "Hey man, this
Boz,
is not
you ain't have to write Mel's name in all caps.
What did he say wrong?
He said, "Yes, sir, Mel."
Oh.
because because Mel agreed with the quarterback thing. I'll check it out. I ended up writing. I think I put this on Twitter. Josh Allen's talent plus Tom Brady's focus equals Patrick Mahomes. And one of the things that frustrates me about this is, to Sean McDermott's defense, I can't believe I'm actually doing this.
Get this slowly now.
To Sean McDermott's defense,
camera shot is on him now.
Timestamp it.
he and Bean did approach Josh about the TB12 method. At the very least, trying to adopt, the diet and all that, all that kind of stuff, right? And Josh wasn't going for it. Now, we did discuss this. Why would I want to follow a guy that I'm rivals with right now and has plagued my city for, I don't know how long, but maybe that was something a little bit easier for Pat Mahomes, because I know that, I know he did have conversations with Brady from time to time and just, kind of tapping his brain a little bit. But what I did hear this year is Josh did mention he's on a diet, and I think there is he mentioned
Taking care of his body is just
taking care of his body, doing some extra training or some extra off-season work. Maybe it's because he knows all of it is going to be on his back this season with where the team's going to be.
And he's probably feeling he's 27 or 28. He's probably starting to feel mortal, like we were, as 20-year-olds. Please, I eat Skittles all day and go hoop and be fine. Now I'm like, oh, what's for dinner? We had pizza last night. I'm like, yo, that was heavy on my stomach. I gotta chill, But and to think about it, like, who cares is your rival? And I was, I had that cockiness in me. I'm not asking them questions, so I would have been a higher person to coach. But like, you look at Kobe, they said, I forget who it was some scrub. He had a floater. He said mid-game, Kobe came to me, yo, can you show me how you did that? It wasn't Jordan. It wasn't Tracy McGrady. It was some dude, it was probably like Jeff Teague or somebody like that. How'd you do that? Because I want to do it. That's the TB12 method you talk of. That's the pick Mahomes' brain. Don't be, because y'all the same age. He's done something you want to get to, I think. Right. Pick his brain. because you might find a gem in there somewhere. He might have crossed a T or dotted I that you forgot about or you didn't see. But no, as long as and that's why his physical ability is a gift and a curse sometimes.
Right. Here's the other thing too. When you look at what Dayball did with Allen, one of the first things he did was send him to go work with Jordan Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing he did was he started working on the way that Josh read the field, right? So he worked on Josh's awareness, his pocket awareness, his mechanics, and his accuracy. That's how Josh went from 2019 Josh to 2020 Josh and becoming a freaking superstar, right? Now, what's unique about that is Dayball is considered one of the best offensive minds in the league.
Yep.
When you are that type of guy, you not only have a certain level or a certain demand of respect from any player under your purview, right? And basically what I'm saying is Josh would be more willing to take advice from a guy like that, right? And maybe this is happening with Brady now too, maybe, but Josh is a little more established in the league than Brady is, right? So, but my point is this: if you are Sean McDermott, to some degree, you have to understand what is necessary to get the best out of your quarterback, and if it stings a little bit to have to go back and think about what Dayball did with Allen to get him to that point, then that's what you got to do. Because I don't care what anybody says, 2020 and 2021 Josh Allen is different from what we're seeing now. It's very different from what we're seeing now, right? And so for me, it's more so a matter of the battery might be dead on that if it's not coming back on. Yeah. So I'll set that up in a second. So I guess essentially I think it really comes down to, being able to put a mind like that back around Josh Allen. And if it can't be from the head coach position, then it's got to be with all, with the quarterback's coach and the offensive coordinator and whoever else they can get in the building specifically to work with Josh Allen.
And that's why I love the Joe Brady hire. The age, just the age, just the juice. It's different than the geriatric version of the Bills. You had McDermott, the old school team. Even Dayball, he's 40 plus. But when you talk about you're talking about Joe Brady, and this is something this is very crucial, because what have I been preaching since he's been here, since he's been OC? Air raid, right? Let's go over what the air raid is, and tell me what in this sounds like Josh Allen to you. I'm going to do a little reading, so stay with me here. The scheme is notable for its focus on passing. It's about 65 to 75% passing. Okay, quarterback has a free range to change the plays by audible at any point in time. Another important element to the air raid is there's no huddle. So he's going to be calling plays. He's going to come out, read the defense, and call plays while he's reading defense. At 6 years in, 7 years in, you should be able to call your own plays, or at least a chunk of audibles, a hot route, whatever. Another aspect is the elimination of blitzing, because of how the offensive line is spaced out. They're spaced out, so we got to visit when we go to our offensive line show. He's going to love that. When we go to the offensive line show, we'll go into what we can do, what we have, what we don't have in order to make this scheme work. But lastly, the fundamental air raid concepts are designed to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly, stretch the defense thinly across the field in all directions. And it allows the quarterback to key on one defensive player who is forced to make a decision on which receivers to cover at any given time. So it works best against man and zone. So it's a killer of multi defenses. This is where Ron Curry, and we talked about last week, whenever it was when he got hired, him and Brady crossed paths in New Orleans, right? They were both assistants. What you didn't know, or what you may have known, what I didn't know, what does New Orleans run? They run an air raid. They run the same offense as we run. Now, to your point, I think it was one of your points. Your point and your point actually. Who's from New Orleans that worked under Ron Curry?
Deontay Hardy.
Huh?
Deontay Hardy.
Yeah, Deontay Hardy.
You just mentioned it earlier. I'll give you a hint. What are we talking about today?
Quarterbacks.
What quarterback was in New Orleans?
Oh, Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. He's worked with Jameis Winston. Now, other notable quarterbacks he worked with. Who else do I have? Taysom Hill, Trevor Siemian, Ian Book. These are guys that we're talking about with these late round picks that aren't supposed to be anything or just insurance. They were decent when they stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, Derek Carr was established before he got there, and Andy Dalton was a fossil when he got there. So that's neither here nor there. But while Ron Curry was the offensive coordinator, the offense went from 22nd ranked to 9th, from 22 to 23. So he's from a pedigree that has produced, some kind of success with relative no names. So I'm getting excited about the potential that is, and where I go into this more. And who was it, Chris? Was it Chris that agreed with drafting quarterbacks, or was it
Boz? Yeah.
Now this is where I need some help, okay? Because I have a few quarterbacks that I'm looking at.
Okay.
Joe Milton from Tennessee. He's a mid 6th round pick. At that point, if you want to package a 7th and a 6th and move up, whatever you got, I don't know. We got 10 draft picks. He's a big guy. He's 6'5", 240. He's accurate. Strong arm. Now, I'm sorry, he's not accurate. That's his problem. He's like Josh Allen. He's a project. He's got enough mobility to make people miss. I mean, when I watch this guy play, you can see where he needs work, but you can also see where he's got it. That arm talent is ridiculous. If you get somebody to hone him, I mean, he has his top receiver's name was like Squirrel or something like that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to take a look at a quarterback, go watch this man's arm. It's insane. I got Michael Pratt from Tulane. Now, Michael Pratt, that's something that we're probably not going to look at because he's a mid-third. I'm not up there for quarterbacks. When I was looking at, I didn't think it was going to be that high.
Right.
The steal.
Oh, snap.
What's that?
We got a few comments.
Go ahead. Go.
So Lindsay writes in, good point, but Winston is such a, to put it lightly, a head case.
He'd be entertainment. He'd be an entertaining character.
And an interception king.
He is. But we got one of those on the team already.
Whoa.
But it's offset by the amazing play. We've talked about this. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
He was also a quarterback who led the league in touchdowns and
yards. He hit 5,000 yards.
Right. Boz is still going off on Allen. He says in an interview while Allen was selling Subway at the Super Bowl, he said
he really was.
He said this offseason, his offseason was heal and rest, then get in during OTAs.
I heard that interview. He was trying to sell the churros, the foot-long churro and the foot-long chocolate chip cookie where he said that's his favorite. I'm like, I don't think you want to say that when we call you Mr. Pillsbury, man.
Exactly. He then goes on to say Allen has had 3, soon to be 4, fourth QB coach, and they still can't get Allen to put in the work as he should.
And only one that can get him to do work will not be affiliated with a team. Jordan Palmer refuses to be affiliated with a team.
Sorry, I missed one. Before that, he said, Boz says, he had like 3 or 4.
He's mad at Allen. Boy.
Yeah, he does
Allen
not
did
like
something
Allen's
wrong to
him. He says, if you were a QB coach coming in and heard Allen say he was basically going to chill during the offseason, what would you think you were walking into? I guess it's a good thing that they hired Brady because he knows, who Josh Allen is at this point. He's been his quarterback coach last year and now his offensive coordinator. But I don't want to dismiss the point. It's a good point. If that's something I was walking into, obviously I'd have to have a conversation with the guy and establish some boundaries at that point. But right. It's tough. It's tough because in the same way that it's taken something catastrophic like the Tyler Dunn report to change Sean's mind on how he approaches this team and how he coaches and how he leads the men on this team. I think being where the Bills have been the last 3 years And like you said, his age and the way his body feels may just be the catalyst that gets him to start paying attention. He did say in another interview that he is going on a diet this offseason. He is going to put in some extra some extra training work and stuff like that to get his mechanics back to where they need to be. So it sounds like he's paying attention again, as opposed to just enjoying the superstardom.
Right.
And it's warranted. After you go through a season like this where you're not winning the way you want to and all of the media is killing you, you should have that chip on your shoulder to begin saying, I'm going to prove all y'all wrong. Good. Good. Because that's what got you there in the first place.
Right.
Now, if you can just hold on to that all season long while Sean does his little transformation of, now all of a sudden he wants to win with the pass, we'll see. But maybe this is, and this would be the Billsiest thing ever for the Bills to make it to the Super Bowl with a team full of young defensive players in the same way the Chiefs had. To me, it's like nobody expects them to do it, so now they're going to do it.
Yeah, we just got to get younger. And
right.
I mean, the last prospect that I have seen, I'm open to talking about anybody you guys want to, but Jordan Travis could be the steal. That's the guy that was touted to be a second-round draft pick by anybody out of Florida State before he broke his leg. So he didn't finish the season, but for him, he's a good reader of the field. He improvises, can use his legs, so whatever's left of the leg he broke, it was pretty bad. I said really bad leg injury should see his stock fall off the cliff. So that's why they have him, even as he is right now, early to mid-fifth. Adequate arm strength in the NFL, but he's accurate, and he gives me a poor man Russell Wilson vibe.
Is he short like Russ?
Yeah,
he's not that short. He's like 6'2". Was he 6'1"?
6'1".
6'1".
6'1", 212.
That's manageable. That's manageable. Russell Wilson is like 5'10".
Yeah, no, and that's what Sierra's standing on.
Boz, what's going on, man? Like, do you even want Allen here? Like,
I don't think he does.
Boz is saying, yeah, his diet is Subway, no cheese. Dang, bro. He gonna be on the team for another few years. You know that, right, Boz? Like, nothing we can do about that. His contract is completely prohibitive.
Yeah, you're looking at for Jordan Travis over his career, he's about a 3.25 to 1 touchdown interception ratio. Let's see, he had a three-year starter, almost 9,000 yards in his career. So I mean, it checks out, and I would love to give him a flyer as a high-quality backup. And obviously this would be a kind of guy that kind of tiptoes into your territory of how good is too good to be behind Josh Allen. So for me, I like the guy like Joe Milton out of Tennessee the most because he's the biggest. He's got the mobility. He's got the swagger, and I think he's a baller clay because if you know anything, you mentioned Hendon Hooker, the guy that's backing up Goff.
Yeah.
When he got hurt, guess who stepped in and was the MVP of the bowl game last year?
Who?
Joe Milton. He stepped in and took him. He played in the bowl game against Clemson. Mm-hmm. Not only did he win, but he was the MVP of the game.
Wow.
So I think you take his measurables. He's older too. I think he's like 24 or something like that. So it doesn't really. It doesn't. I don't need the creme de la creme of the quarterbacks for a backup. But I would love to have somebody that's got a similar skill set to Josh. Mm-hmm. And somebody that can come up and kind of, do some of the similar things that Josh can do. And I'm not saying Josh is, he's a unicorn and all this stuff, but I think if you needed a poor man, you could bring him in with a 4-year contract. So you got him at $750,000 for 4 years. So you don't have to worry about these 1-year contracts where you're paying, I don't even know what Allen made last year, but I know Trubisky was like $10 million. Matt Barkley, he's a practice squad guy that just likes hanging out with Josh, so he'll come back for whatever reason. Shane Bussell, just get lost, But I think right now, I don't know. They said, and this I don't want to hear it because somebody's going to say it. Somebody's going to say it. What about Mac Jones? Because the Patriots are trying to trade him. No. You seen enough of Mac Jones to know. No.
I look at it like this, and I understand what y'all saying.
No, go ahead.
But if all of my friends, are buying, let's just say they're buying vintage PlayStation 2s, right? And all the vintage PlayStation 2s that they buy, something's wrong with them. They don't always work right. They don't always play the game the way that they're supposed to. I'm probably not going to want to buy a PlayStation 2. I'm probably going to say to myself, you know what? If I'm looking for something that works, I'll probably just go buy a PS5 if I really want to play a game that bad. I can, get a PS2 whenever, right? My point is, if there's less of a guarantee of winning an NFL game with a rookie than there is with a veteran backup, I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm going to pick a veteran backup every time. I get the whole idea of the longevity of having a backup that you draft, that you've groomed, that knows your system, is dependable from a standpoint of, he's always going to be there because he's not hurt, and when he comes in, he knows the system like the back of his hand because he's been with the team and everybody trusts him and likes him, blah, 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 blah. But I'm only concerned with wins at the end of the day. And what if we draft this kid Milton and Josh does get hurt for the entire season in week 3? Now we're depending on Milton to go out and try and win us as many games as possible. I'd be less confident in that as opposed to if we had a Gardner Minshew or a Josh Dobbs or a Jameis Winston. Again, I'm just throwing these names out, right? Tyler Huntley I would take as my backup. So for me, it's more so about what the NFL typically is about every season, which is, what have you done for me lately? And the answer to that has to be, I won. If the answer is not I won, then my next question is going to be, why? What have you done? Why haven't you done what it takes to get the win, right? And if your answer to me from that is, well, we like the idea of longevity with a young backup, and we like the idea of developing somebody, and we like the idea of paying him less money. I'm, as an owner, this is just me. There are some owners out there like this. If it's just me, why are we cheaping out when we can go spend a little bit of extra money and increase the chances of us winning a game that we need, right? So I think that's the issue that I have with this whole draft and the backup thing. It's like, man, I'm still trying to win one. I'm not even thinking about developing nobody but Josh Allen and all of the other positions around him. If we had the 49ers offense and we had just established Brock Purdy as a quarterback, I'm fine with drafting a person after that. Everybody's already established. I really don't have to worry about much because I have a team full of studs and superstars, and if I needed to plug in a rookie, then he might be good because we've seen it happen with several quarterbacks in that system. I don't have anything like that in here. I don't have anything like that here in Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't have an offensive system where, they have the stars around the quarterback, and they have the offensive line that can run the ball, and they've got a running back that can play 3 downs, and the quarterback isn't dependent on as much. In Buffalo, it is literally all about the quarterback. If the quarterback does not make the car go, the car does not go. So to me, that puts more importance on having a veteran guy there that can come in, make the right reads, play point guard from the quarterback position, because the Bills this year are going to have guys on the outside that can make plays. Mm-hmm. So all I need is somebody that can just get the ball to them. But I also need to know that the guy that's in there playing point guard can read the field the way he needs to. And on top of that, the defensive looks can't be new to him. There can't be much that he hasn't seen. And a lot of these guys that are coming into free agency this year as quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks, a lot of these guys have played a lot of ball. They've seen a lot. Like Tyler Huntley has played in the playoffs twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he's 26.
I think the thing for me with people like that is they're out of your price range. See, I'm looking at the money thing now too. So, I mean, that's what I said. Jameis Winston would make the most sense because of the scheme, the money, and the familiarity with Ryan Curry. So yeah, I mean, go ahead. What's yours?
So with Tyler Huntley, I think you just prove our point. He got drafted by the Ravens to be a backup. Like, to me, I look at it like this. Like you mentioned the car. To me, the quarterback is the tire, right? You're gonna need a spare. Just in case, right? You're gonna need a spare. I don't want to not have a spare, and now I'm on the sideline or I'm on the side of the road, and now I gotta I gotta go buy a tire when I already got one in the spare who's already ready to go. You know what I'm saying? And another thing with the vets, defenses already know what they're good at and what they're not good at. So you can already kind of scheme for those veterans. Rookies, you really don't know what to do with them. That's a lot of time these rookies is going off. Like you got your C.J. Strouds and like who's the quarterback for the Colts who got hurt? Anthony Johnson. Like you don't know what these dudes can bring to the table. Richardson.
Yeah.
You don't know what these dudes can bring to the table. So I would just have one. Just give me my spare tire just in case something goes wrong, something happens. Who already knows the scheme, already knows the plays, already familiar with the offense, and can just come right in and contribute.
Yeah, I could see your point, and I know why I feel the way I do, is because what do I harp on all the time? The money or lack thereof.
Yeah.
So to get somebody worth salt, we got to spend money we don't have and we aren't going to find. And so, if it was a situation where we had some more dollars and stuff like that, I'd be right with you. But I don't want no more Trubisky. I don't want no more 1-year contracts.
So where is Boz? I'm starting to think you're not on my team anymore. He said yes, sir. Mel in all caps again. You got like he's still going off on Allen. He said if Allen came into camp looking like Deion Dawkins, do you think McDermott would say anything? Yes, I think McDermott would say something about him coming in here.
What if he look like Jason Garrett? Not Jason. What's the guy's name from the Giants? The one that passed. What was his name? The
Giants?
big boy from Kentucky.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
The
quarterback that was like 300 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well be Jamarcus Russell at that point.
Oh man, that man could jiggle.
Yeah, right. Lindsay writes in, maybe Allen is blessed like Bo Jackson, doesn't need to work out, but is naturally toned.
Whose number is that?
Keyshawn has a cell phone alarm.
I do.
You got to get going, bro. It's 8.
No. Today I'm good.
Oh, it's Monday. That's right. Yes. Okay.
No.
I said yes.
I'm playing.
Boz writes in, the only thing is what Key is saying. You have to be able to play. You have to be able to pay them. Lindsay writes in, also with Winston, can Winston play in the winter elements? Yeah, I don't think we've seen.
I don't think Winston's ever proven he can.
Right. He came from Florida State. He's been in warm weather his whole career.
He's from Bessemer, Alabama, too. So he's. What Bob say now?
Yo, Bob was saying. He said after you watch that series, come back and let's see if your mind changes about Allen's work effort. I'm not a fan of Allen's work effort. I get the conversation about Allen's work ethic. I've said like earlier in these episodes,
I've
talked
lost
about
Allen Parlay.
Huh?
He must have lost to Allen Parlay.
He might. It seems like it. It seems like it. Boz, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man.
We apologize for whoever wronged you.
I just don't agree. Like, I'm thinking about the way that I would build a team. And I think for me, I'm looking at it as we have so many holes to fill this year. I don't even want to talk about a backup quarterback. Like, see me about a backup quarterback after I know who my corners are going to be, after I know who my linebackers and defensive linemen are all going to be. See me after I know who my number 2 wide receiver is going to be. Like, once I get all that settled, then I can start thinking about a backup quarterback. But until I've settled all those positions in a draft, I don't want to touch backup quarterback at all.
That sounds like a 6th-rounder to me.
No, not even because if you got Christian Benford in the 6th round, then you can just. And here's the thing.
Oh no, what I'm saying is you'll get almost all the way through the draft before you figure out you're going to take this quarterback. Is what I'm getting at. Not the value, but you said see me when you get everything else filled. It should pretty much be filled by the time the 6th round come around. No.
What we got 10 picks.
We got 10 picks.
Yeah, like I can't see us hitting on. Like normally, when you do a draft like that, you want to hit on at least half of those picks. right? There's going to be pictures where you're going to draft guys and they're going to either get cut or go to the practice squad.
Yeah, I don't care if they hit on the back end, but the first 4 to 5 they got to hit on.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But the last ones, they just throwing a dart at the board, see if one stick.
Yeah.
Yo,
What do you say now? Can you see it?
Nah.
Oh,
he says, but why don't you want your franchise QB to improve?
Yo, he's coming out your heads about Josh
Yo,
Allen
he
right
going
now.
off. I respect it. I respect
Bro,
it, bro. I
what's
respect
going on with
because
you?
I be heated like this too. I'm serious. I get it. I do. I want him to improve, but I'm looking at it like this. Right now, even with the lack of work ethic that Josh has, he's still by far the best player on the team, right? And if to me, a lot of this comes down to the work. Okay, I'll put it like this, and this is why I brought up the conversation about when Dayball was here and what he did with Josh. When you're an offensive guy and you understand how to develop a quarterback, and you understand exactly what it takes to develop a quarterback, it's easy to get that out of that quarterback. It's easy to instill that work ethic or at the very least instill a culture around that quarterback that makes sure that he has no choice but to work that hard, right? Now, with Joe Brady being a little younger and being a lot less experienced than Brian Daboll, I don't know if we're going to see that. That's one of the things that I worry about. He's a pretty darn good offensive mind, but can he build that culture for Allen, week in and week out and all through the season where he's making sure that Allen is focused on his mechanics. He's making sure that Allen is focused on his diet and all that kind of stuff, right? We'll see if that's the case. But outside of that, I have so many other things to worry about other than Josh Allen. It's like Josh Allen is the most guaranteed thing I have right now. I'm guaranteed to have at least 40 touchdowns rushing and passing total. I'm guaranteed to have at least 40 touchdowns total from Josh Allen. I'm guaranteed to have at least 3,500 passing yards guaranteed from Josh Allen. I know what I'm getting from him. I can't even depend on Stephon Diggs anymore at 30 years old. No disrespect to Diggs, but going from system to system and production late in the season and missing that catch in that playoff game that could have basically, won us the game in so many ways. I don't have anybody else that I can depend on. I can't even depend on Von Miller. And he's got the second highest contract on the team. So for me, it's like, get some things set in stone first. Get some stability around Josh, and then we can kill Josh. Because without Josh, as Chris said, without Josh, the team is JP Lossman crappy.
And you know where he fell on my list.
Right. So I think that's why I'm not really harping on Josh the way that I would normally with any the way that I do with Sean McDermott. But I do agree with what you're saying. I 100% agree with what you're saying as far as his work ethic needs to be better. Do I want him to watch video to watch tape like Mahomes does? Yes. But I think a lot of that comes from two things. Him being able to work with Alex Smith and learn from Alex Smith throughout his first year, and secondly, being able to sit down with Andy Reid and understand how to read, how to watch video, in a lot of the same ways that Belichick used to sit there with Brady and review tape. Like Belichick coached both sides of the ball before, right? His specialty was defense, but he was able to sit there and have conversations with Brady about what you see and what you want to do and all that kind of stuff. Belichick could coach that stuff, and he could instill that mindset in Brady. I don't think Sean McDermott has the relationship nor the expertise to be able to do that with Josh. So who else in the building can bring that? Joe Brady is about the same age as Josh. I don't know if I want to depend on that guy to be the one to do that. I guess essentially what I'm saying is I probably wouldn't have hired Joe Brady, but I don't know the landscape of the league at that point. Yeah, I said it. I did say it. But I don't know the landscape of the league. I don't know who else was available and who wasn't available, so I can't speculate to who I would have signed either. But I digress. That's for me. That's the reason why I have the standpoint I do on not drafting a quarterback this year. Maybe next year we could do that, but definitely not this year. And then secondly, why I'm not harping on Josh Allen's work ethic. We got a bunch of comments that came in.
They all mad at you?
No, Chris writes, especially now that KC is the team to beat with 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years. That came in while I was talking. I think he was kind of agreeing.
Right. Conversation with you.
And then Lindsay says, defense wins championships. Ask Chris Jones.
Don't do it, because we argued about that too. Because I said we're gonna go heavy in defense this offseason, but he said absolutely not.
No, well that's yeah. So. And I understand why you would say that, Lindsay. I mean, you look at the way the Chiefs played defense, but realistically, who scored the touchdown at the end of the game? It wasn't Chris Jones, right? It was Pat Mahomes. And when the Bills came closest to beating the Chiefs, it was when we went toe-to-toe with them with our offense. Our defense is the one that gave up the plays at the end of the game.
I think Lindsay is of the same mind as me, whereas it's not as daunting if you change a thing or two. Like, for instance, get playoff Gabe off the team. You get you a solid number 2. You got Kincaid, you got Shakir, you got Diggs, you got Knox, Cook, Allen. The offensive line was cooking, man. Like when you said they're not elite, I'm like, and that's why I said I think they're there. But you said because I'm thinking like, what would the dynamic of that number 2 have been? What would the dynamic of Stephon Diggs catching those balls been? They were so close to me. Mm-hmm. It's not, the defense to me is just a mess, but the offense to me is like you right on the doorstep, and I can see how just a player here or there, and not the whole draft, not the whole free agency. Like where we were before, we had good defenses and a terrible offense. I think we're so close, man. I think we're so. And it's not even about being well-rounded, because you had that point about being well-rounded, because I agree, offense wins. And I just, in my mind, a Trey Franklin, a Polk or somebody like that, a Thomas Jr., man, you add them with, you will see just eons different than what we saw last year. And last year was that close as well.
But that's what I'm counting on. And I don't want to rehash everything I said.
No, go ahead.
But I think to have finally since 2020 to have, I guess 2020 and 21, to have a dominant offense back in Buffalo, mm-hmm. right? We haven't seen dominant offense here since those days, mm-hmm. and to have that back here would instantly it would propel us into championship contention again.
So okay,
even with a bad defense, right?
Let me ask you this: what about the 2020 team was different than the 2024 iteration? What do you think? And I have no answer. I'm not starting anything. I just want to know.
The Bills had at least 2 dominant weapons that nobody could stop. Right? On any given play, you could either go to Beasley or you could go to Diggs. Right? And it didn't matter what the defense did. Right. Either Beasley was going to find a hole in your zone or Diggs was going to beat your man coverage. So there was nothing a defense could do, because the second you thought you were going to get away with bracketing Diggs and doubling Beasley, you had to worry about Josh scrambling and making a play to Knox, mm-hmm. or just running the ball, right? Mm-hmm. So to me, that's when our offense was at its peak. And that's what you need in order to win games. Like think about the threat that Patrick Mahomes presents with the offense that he has now. Mm-hmm. He has one dominant weapon, mm-hmm. and he's the other dominant weapon, mm-hmm. right? But he uses himself in a way that puts the defense in the same position that the Bills used to do, where it doesn't matter what you do. I have a way to beat you no matter what you do.
And I think so. If you say, like, I think we're in the same ballpark, just see it differently, because okay. I agree with you. I just feel like I said, I just think we're so freaking close. It's like it's the John Brown versus Trey Franklin. I'm taking Trey Franklin, mm-hmm.
But
it's not like we have to do an overhaul. It's not like we have to replace Diggs and Beasley, because we got Shakir.
Right. We don't have to start from scratch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in my mind, I want to get that number 2 cornerback. I want to get at least one safety. I want to get
And that's all I'm saying. I want to get all of that settled before I draft a backup. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Real quick,
I'm with you.
Lindsay writes in, but if Jones doesn't bull rush Dawkins or O-line, Bills win that game. Right, but again, like that's offense. That's offense. When I see teams like the Chiefs winning a Super Bowl with the 26th ranked defense, what that tells me is we need a brilliant defensive coordinator with average to slightly above average weapons on defense, right? We had that this year. We had the 6th ranked defense with average to slightly above average players on this team, and I'm talking about the backups. I'm not talking about the starters, right? Because Bernard got hurt in the playoff game. Milano was already gone. DQ had just come back, so a lot of the great players on our team weren't really there the whole season. Sean McDermott did a wonderful job coaching that defense and getting them.
Timestamp it. That's number 2.
He did a great job coaching this defense to perform the way that they did all season, right? And that's his forte. That's what it should be, right? Mm-hmm. But that's how I think the Bills can win their championship is if the defense is Sean McDermott's expertise, and he's shown now that he can do a lot with a little bit, then keep doing that, right? Invest in the side that he doesn't understand. Invest in the side that he can't develop and make them strong. Don't keep trying to throw money and invest in the side that you're skilled in developing anyway. Because what the Chiefs have done is they've showed you the way to do it with an offensive-minded head coach.
Can I get a pass rusher that Vaughn can bring up at least?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And I was thinking, it's funny. I was thinking about this on the way here. I was like, should I even mention that the Bills need to draft a pass rusher? Because I know Keyshawn would want that. But at the same time, I don't know if anybody else in Buffalo would want to hear about the Bills drafting another
Don't even
pass
care.
rusher.
And you know how much I hated those defensive drafts. But this year, I don't even care. I'm with it. And if you guys want to indulge on the guys that I'm talking about, or if you don't know who I'm talking about, or my mock drafts I throw out there and piss these two off, well, especially this one over here, follow our Facebook. I start posting them on our Facebook so you guys can take a look at the highlight videos I watch and even some of the game clips I watch. And you can look at my mock drafts and let me know what you think, because there will be some defensive players you'll be like, who the hell is that?
I've hated all his mock drafts so far. I'm just letting y'all know.
I'm going to put that one up there, too. That's the first one I'm going to put. Post Podium Podcast page. Just go ahead and find them on Facebook, and you will be in for some good reading.
Real quick, Chris writes in, like I said, if they don't get it right this year, Josh is the Ryan Miller of Buffalo football.
Yeah.
And he writes in, that's sad to say. It is. It is, 100%. That's why asset allocation this season needs to be done at a masterful level. And if I'm Sean McDermott, and he's done this to a degree throughout the season. He's kind of taking his hands off a little bit and letting the people that he's hired actually do what they're good at doing. I think if he can do that with this draft situation and allow Bean to like really work his magic and get in there and make these moves, because the Bills have really, really been good at drafting these later round picks. We don't know what it looks like to have Bean draft the guys he wants to draft in the first round. We know what it looks like to have Sean do it. Mm-hmm. We know what it looks like for these first round picks to have Sean's criteria. Mm-hmm. Trey White, Tremaine Edmonds, all these other first round picks, right? But if he takes his hands off, maybe we get some more impact in the first 3 rounds.
On Twitter's, I'm sorry, go.
No, go ahead.
On Twitter, somebody actually had the audacity to blame Doug Willie for passing up on Patrick Mahomes and taking Trey White. I was like, so the guy that they already knew they were letting go of before the draft he had the power to trade back 17 picks and take a cornerback over a quarterback when we need right.
Yeah.
Go kick sand, brother.
Right, kick sand. Dang. That's like one of the hardest things to do is kick sand.
Yeah.
You're gonna be there for a while.
You're gonna be there for a long while.
All right. You got anything on that?
No.
Any thoughts?
No.
Okay.
I'll talk my ear off. I'm good.
You talked your own ear off.
I talk my own ear. They on the floor, and these are big too.
All right. Well, we'll hurry up and get you guys past Keyshawn's self-deprecation, and we'll take it to the closeout of the episode here. Let me just pull up this music. I think it was pretty solid in terms of volume last week. No, did you guys
Maybe a
listen to it?
little bit more.
A little bit more, yeah. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. We could use a little bit more volume. Let me get.
And while you do that, I want to let everybody know that Josh Allen is the best quarterback the Bills have ever had, statistically.
By far.
Yeah, and he's only been here for 6 years versus the top two was Jim Kelly, and I think the other one was. Let me just do it real quick. The other one in contention is Joe Ferguson.
Oh yeah, Fergie.
They both been here. Well, Kelly was here 11 years. Ferguson 12 years. Josh Allen, he's already right up on. He's going to pass. He's going to be number 2 in touchdowns, barring injury, after this upcoming season. He's going to be number 2 in yardage. Very, very soon. Actually, maybe a 17, 18 game sample. He's 5,000 yards behind. So maybe if we get that Trey Franklin, he goes off, we'll see 5,000 yard season from Josh, and it'll be number 2.
Man, that'd be great.
That'd be great. So
that's
hopefully,
kind of in line with what Lindsay's saying. Lindsay's saying prediction time. Bills draft up to, or they trade up to, they trade up in the first round to get a true number 2 wide receiver. Yeah,
I saw. You know what? It's funny. Every time I do a mock, I sleep on it. Trey Franklin or Thomas Jr. goes 27 when I'm picking 20. I don't like. See, the thing is, I don't like trading in mock drafts because it's stupid.
Right.
Because I can say I'm gonna give you next year's first and next year's second, so I can move all the way from Marvin Harrison. Right. It's not realistic. Yeah. So I stay where I am. So if you see my thing, like, why you ain't just trade? I stay where I am just because the exercise dictates.
Yeah. I don't know. We've seen it before. I mean, they've been willing to trade up for.
Josh Allen.
Lindsay says facts key like T.O. said, that's my QB. We've seen the Bills trade up for guys that they know they want.
Right.
And guys that they know are going to make an impact. They did it for Josh Allen. They did it again for Tremaine Edmonds. Only one of those.
Dawson Kincaid.
Right, Dalton Kincaid. Guys that they know they want, they trade up to go get. So, with them having 10 picks, I think that was part of the reason why I didn't want to really focus on a backup QB, because I know by the time this thing is done, they're going to come away with 7 players maybe. Mm-hmm. Like 3 of those draft picks are going to get traded. Mm-hmm. Like that's pretty much been consistent every year with the way that they've operated in the draft. So.
Got it.
All right, we are.
What do y'all think? Over under? I'm in a mood here. Oh, he already started. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
90 seconds. Over under. Is he gonna make it or not?
Who?
You. Go ahead.
I mean, what y'all taking? What y'all got?
I'm going. You going over 90 minutes? No, over 90 seconds.
You going over?
I'm going over.
I take under.
He gonna shorten it ridiculously just because. He not gonna let us say. We're not gonna say her name. I'm Key, just so y'all know, because it's over with.
It's gonna be like
89.
It's gonna be like this.
89.5 seconds.
All right, good night, guys. See you later. Yeah. All right, let's back this up a little bit and do this the right way.
That's it.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. The views have been coming in like crazy. I think this last episode is almost at 200 views. So I just want to thank everybody that's tuned in for that. Constantly growing, constantly working towards the goal. Like he said, just 3 dads trying to work this thing out and achieve the dream, which is doing this full time. So in any way that you want to assist, help out, and whether it's just encouragement and positive reinforcement, we'll take all of that as much as you want to give.
Absolutely.
In all seriousness, Lindsay, if you're in town and you want to stop through for the show, let us know. We'll be happy to have you. And anybody else that's in town, if you want to come check us out, DM us and we'll work it out. With that being said, this has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I have been your co-host, Aramis.
Melly Mac.
This is Key, and make sure you make that thing ring-a-ling-a-ling.
That's right. Like, subscribe. I am going to put the links in the description. I'm going to say it again. I am going to put the links in the description to our social media pages. I have not done that. I apologize. I will get on that. That is on me. Also, Basketball Truth and Knowledge, producer, my oldest son, Basketball Truth and Knowledge. He's getting better and better. I've been listening to his podcast. He's starting to get more and more views. Y'all check him out. He's everything basketball that you could think of. So let's keep that going too. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Nope, he didn't do it.
I did do it. See? Just that little bit of interruption now. You got me. You know what? Fine. Since,
You did it.
Since
You're
playing
good.
games. No, since you're playing games, now I'm doing 90 more seconds. I'm just playing. Y'all have a great night.
Have a good one, y'all.